everyone. Welcome to another episode of Echoes of Eternity. Hey, how's everyone doing? Is everyone hanging in there? We all like groovy?
I gotta
Pocket
say,
for playing Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that right now. If I did guess what the four of you are actually doing, you are currently playing Animal Crossing right this moment, and will continue to do so
That's
My
it.
Switch
through
is
the
dead,
rest of this
so I
stream.
can't.
I believe you all pretend. Yeah. I was about to say, you all over here like, I'm so excited for Star Wars, and you're like, I gotta get them turnips. I know the game. Actually, I don't. I haven't played yet, so I think I might be the last person here. God, hi everyone, welcome. I'm so excited to see all your beautiful faces. And all of you watching. I can't see your faces, but I know they're beautiful too. Except you, Phil.
Oh, Phil.
I don't know who Phil is, but someone just got roasted. There's one. I'm gonna get an email like, "My name is Phil," and you really hurt me. I'm gonna feel bad. I'm gonna feel terrible. Oh, story of my life. Anyway, we have got a lot to do today, and not a lot of time to do it because I'm sure all these beautiful people want to go and raise. What do you raise in Animal Crossing? Raise your expectations.
Hell.
Oh shit! I don't know what you're doing on your island, Sam, but oh my god,
a lot of smoke coming from it.
Yeah. Well, he's playing Doom on there. Alcohol. All right. So, last time we ended with some crazy rolls. Strippin nailed all those rolls, and then I nailed Strippin, and I felt so good.
Yeah.
This time, we start out with some more fun, but before we do that, I need y'all to roll for me your destiny pool, if you would be so kind.
Son of a beast thing.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even better. That's I don't like that.
Skewed.
I'll make it right. Hang on.
One more.
I'll make it right.
I think that's a first.
Oh my god. You got crushed?
I think that's a first.
Too late.
Well,
Take that.
Is that 7-0?
Cool. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's so cool. There you go. I'm trying to fit them all on the screen, so JP's screen will feature them all. Yeah, there you go. Look at us. Wow. So neat. Okay,
Pick
well,
up a cup of coffee. 2 light side points, please.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well just spend them now.
Really don't spill that coffee.
Yeah. Okay. So, because so last time I rolled your obligation off screen because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do it before you play. But everyone was like, bro, at least like let us feel like we're a part of it. So here we go. Okay. Oh, not D100. Yeah, that's fine. All right, we're good. Yeah. It was 100 the first time. I thought I screwed up. Okay. Let's start this bad boy, shall we? Where is my thing? There we go. All right. Of course, we start with In a Galaxy Far, Far Away. Gruesome discovery! ULAGO, after successfully purchasing a ship from the Ring of Kafrene in an attempt to lose their Black Sun pursuit, had an unfortunate run-in with Imperial Agent DAWN KRENN. Just before they could escape, one lucky shot left the hyperdrive almost inoperable. Only with the quick thinking of DAEYO, FANG, and KANALI did they manage to save their new vessel. But their original course to find PR3's master was lost, and they're now stranded in the PRINDAAR system, once home to the GOTAL people, but no more. Countless warships and debris from battles of the Clone Wars past litter the starfield. In this graveyard, it could be the perfect place to find replacement parts. Or will the crew join the dead in their ghostly wreckage?
Ooh.
What are you drinking?
It is there's a brewery here in the area that does like an alcoholic aqua fresca. It's great. It's great.
That is the most
So, I'm-
LA thing I've ever heard. you
Oh,
say.
it is. I got them
Yeah.
because I was at the grocery store and I was like, I'll try it. F it. I got nothing better happening. So I got some of it. It's sparkling mango.
Dude, you live that best quarantine life. That's what I say.
I felt the judgment like all the way over across the ocean, Sam.
It was
I'm
the
not
lean,
judging.
it was the lean back sip is what got me.
I felt the.
Like a regular sip would have been fine, but it was the lean back sip.
I want to see if I could push you and see how far I could take it.
Yeah, I just tapped out.
You just like logged off. Like I'm done. I think I'm over it. Okay, so before you, at the end of the last episode, you found yourselves staring out at this sort of debris and wreckage of this star system, and once again, the big thing that you see in front of you is a bluish green marble that floats in space, and it's it's very large, but not nearly as large as the planet nearby. There's also close to it is a dead orbital moon. It's gray and its surface is covered with pockmarks of space debris and meteors past. But there's another moon there, this moon that you see before you, that's, it looks kind of like an earthy place, someplace you definitely want to live. But between you and it are countless warships. It would be almost beautiful if it wasn't for like miles and miles of space debris floating between you and it. There's starships, both Republic and Separatists there. They've been there for who knows how long, but they are utterly destroyed, and they are just floating wreckage between you and it. And I'll let you decide what you want to do, and if you want to research this further. That's all you get from me. So, ULAGO, you find yourself staring out at this wreckage as DAEYO and Oda come join you in PR3 in the cockpit and see where you've ended up.
Okay.
DAEYO fixed everything. Don't worry.
I already said that I didn't.
Do we need anything? He gestures to the debris around them.
Well, we need to get our ship fixed.
I meant parts.
Well, I'd leave that to a real mechanic. Jesse, on my
Sure.
roll, would I know, like, if we need specific parts or just that we need to get it fixed?
You know that you cannot fix it personally. You know that
I just
whatever
didn't-
problems there are, you don't
fix-
have the technical capacity to do it.
Yeah.
But I don't think you know what you need. You just know, like, you managed to keep it going.
I put duct
But
tape
you-
on it and then said we need to go somewhere.
That's pretty much what you've done. You've spaced duct tape this whole thing, and it's working. You can do stuff, but at any given point in time, if you jump into hyperspace, I'm going to roll to determine how awful that hyperspace jump turns out to be.
Okay.
I'd point to the earthy looking planet and I'd be like, well, does anyone know what's this planet right here? Maybe we could land there. So
Anyone
we
want
can
to take a
scan it?
quick guess or roll for it?
I'll
ULAGO
roll for it.
wheels his captain's chair to look at his co-captain, PR3.
Yeah, I know stuff. I got memory banks. Is.
Yeah.
Here, three, your voice changed. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm in demo mode.
Yeah, if you would give me what's a good roll for this? Probably inner rim knowledge.
We're in,
if you
yeah,
have
yeah.
that?
I was gonna say which rim are we at?
We are in the inner rim at the moment.
The core worlds? No.
Not the core worlds.
What is there an inner rim category? I just see.
There's
Is
not
there
an
an inner
inner
rim?
rim roll.
No, I don't think so. There's not.
Then do core worlds. If it's just core and outer, then do core.
Yeah.
Great. Easy.
Ooh.
Yes, of course you know everything about this place, but here's what I'm going to do, PR3. I'm going to let you decide this.
Okay.
Do you want the Imperial version because you're an Imperial droid, or do you want the current updated version?
It would be Imperial.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So here's what you know. Antar 4, known as the GOTAL moon, is in the PRINDAAR system at grid coordinates N12. It is a moon that orbits the planet Antar in the inner rim. what you know for a fact is that it has been a founding member of the Republic, of the Galactic Republic. It was there since the beginning. But after the Battle of Geonosis, it joined the Confederacy. A group of separatists on the planet managed to take over the planet, and anyone who was loyal to the Republic fled and left to a colony world called at Zeri. And everyone left on this planet was straight up just separatists and in league with, like, you know, the droids and stuff. At the end of the Clone Wars, with the death of the Separatist Council and the creation of the Empire, those who were loyal to the Separatists were targeted for pacification. GOTAL are tall humanoids with twin conical horns that sort of grow up at the top of their heads, and they're covered in short fur and known for a dislike of mechanical systems. They especially do not like droids. Just to give you kind of an example, even though this is like a general example, this is kind of what a GOTAL looks like. If this will load, that guy right there. It's kind of what they look like, if you're curious. And so, you know that Antar 4 was one of the worlds that was assigned for pacification, and that at the time, Moff Will of Tarkin was assigned to make an example of the planet. And that's all you know.
Okay. So I relay all of this information.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Oh, can I ask one question too?
Sure.
I had 5 strain from last episode. Do I still have 5 strain?
Yeah, you guys haven't had a rest. You
All right,
literally,
just
it's just
checking.
like you've literally come out of hyperspace and you're like, oh, what?
Okay.
If he tells us about Tarkin, haven't we run into that name before, or have
You have run into that name before, correct?
and that was when we were making our escape last time, right? Can you remind
When
me?
you
how
were
we-
escaping from the prison, you saw Dawn Krenn talking to someone named Tarkin.
right?
You can do some research on that name if you want. I'm sure it's, you know, a Moff seems like a big name. You can just like space Google it on the HoloNet if you want.
Yeah, I want to space Google it.
I have 1s in all the knowledges, so yeah.
Yeah, give it a shot.
What do I roll?
This is definitely a knowledge check. I'll let you determine what you think would be the best. You could even do computers if this is like, I'm gonna try and like computerize this thing.
I think I will go with education,
Yes,
that?
good roll. Yeah.
because maybe this would be something that like the Jedi Council was keeping track of Imperial
Absolutely.
movements or something.
Well, this would be post Jedi Council, but yes.
Ooh.
Nope.
She
You
ends up
cannot find
finding
it.
cat pics instead.
Yeah, you try to
get
find
distracted.
Tarkin, but all you find is someone's cat named Tarkin, and it's very popular on the HoloNet.
I'm Googling and people are waiting for me to come up with whatever I come up with, but then like after a little while you notice all she's doing is she's become sidetracked and she's trying to order specialty coffee to be interstellar delivered.
Yeah, and all
That's
the
a thing?
websites are like, sorry, we don't deliver there. We're so
Yeah.
sorry. We
Mhm.
do not deliver to you.
Meanwhile, I'm
we are-
pointing to them and going, "No, that one's trash. No, that one definitely is trash. You should
Mm,
definitely
mm.
don't. That one's good though. That one.
Oh, really? Okay.
Excuse me, move out of the way.
Oh, sorry.
PR3, you take 2 strain because it takes you a little while to find any information. What you discover is that Will of Tarkin was originally assigned to this system to take care of this rebellious world. Rumor was spread through the core worlds that apparently something terrible happened here. Something really truly awful. And rumor was that perhaps it was a massacre. Rumor was that people were jailed. There was rumor that there were like mass executions, bad stuff. But when all the news agencies were like, let's find this Tarkin guy, he was nowhere to be seen. The Emperor was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Tarkin wasn't there. I don't know. And when everyone's looking for him, he has not been seen or heard of in years. Tarkin apparently was possibly reassigned to the Outer Rim, but no one knows, and no one knows what he's been up to for some time. And the last time he was heard of, in sort of a chronological news-related order, was here.
But we know the last place he actually was at that prison.
Yep.
I have a question. This is
Yeah.
a system, like the game system. If you get advantage, can you clear someone else's strain?
That's a great question. I think you can only clear your own
Yeah.
or give them advantage.
Okay,
Yeah.
But,
so yeah, you can't
yeah.
clear. Okay, I was just
Yeah, you can't
wondering
just be
because
like,
yeah.
take this and clear your strain. No.
Well, you could like polish their armor, give them a back
You
massage.
can do all
know?
that. You can do all sorts of things, but it doesn't
mean-
clear their strain.
Technically, the bonus dice you're giving them will maybe help them clear strain. So
Yeah,
That's
maybe
true.
they'll get something that will help them in the future.
I thought I'd ask because yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
So that's
it's-
what you discover about
F
Tarkin.
out.
So wait, what's the implication here that this planet still may be under heavy Imperial control, but we don't know?
No, the implication is that whatever happened here, millions of people died.
Okay.
It was at one point in time under the control of the Separatists, and then the Emperor sent Tarkin here.
I was just trying to think of what conclusion I would come to. Like, is it like heavily like broken up like colonies now because it's all been like,
the
reset
only
down there?
known colony of the GOTAL is at Zeri, which is where all of the loyal to the Empire GOTAL live.
And they still have a droid bias, all of them.
I will say that in your research, you discovered that their droid bias isn't because they hate droids, it's because the conical nature of their horns makes them extra sensitive to like the electromagnetic gears and stuff
We're
inside of you.
uncomfortable to be around. All right.
Yeah, like your electricity makes them like it's like hearing in their head.
Okay. And this is the
That
only planet
sucks.
that's in range right now.
It is it. You are in their
right,
system,
well-
and in this system, there are many planets, most of them uninhabitable. Many of them appear to be like kind of husks, and the one planet that should be a place where people live, at least visually, is surrounded by debris, and you are picking up no signals or ships leaving the planet.
Mm-hmm.
The one hub on this planet is heavily slanted towards Imperials. When we land down there, we must keep this in mind.
We don't have much choice.
What you see before you, I'll give this to you, PR3, since you know this. In the starfield between you and the planet are both Republic and Separatist starships. They've all been destroyed for some time. They appear to be silent, but mixed among them as well are several transport and civilian ships in equal states of destruction and disrepair.
There's a very real possibility of pirating happening between here and there. Caution is advised.
Would I know anything about this? And Prokos?
This takes place post Order 66.
I know.
If that influences you in any way. This is something that totally out of character, was done very hush hush,
Yeah.
and only when word got out by a few people that reported it over the holonet to the to the galaxy, people were like, what the? And even then the Empire was like, that shit didn't happen. Nah,
Yeah,
what are you talking about? That didn't happen.
I would have been off the grid by then. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, yeah. Alago looks like he's gonna land anyway. I mean,
I don't think we have a choice. We need to land.
Okay. Yeah,
Didn't this
give
thing
me
have guns
a
on it, this ship?
your ship?
No, we never
No.
did. Okay, I couldn't remember.
Go if you would and roll for me a piloting check.
Ilago or me?
Whoever is going to pilot you through the
Olago.
debris.
yeah, I'll pilot. Pilot space.
Yes, please. Do you have any bonuses that help you at all?
I do not, but I will use the light side.
Okay, I will give you that upgrade.
Thank you. Ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. You managed to start the ship and head towards the debris, but the debris field is heavy. There is a lot, and it's going to require you. You can't just go forward. It's going to require you to like calculate not micro jumps, but like point A to point B to point C. So you have to do a lot more than just fly in. You have to manage all this debris, so it's going to be a hassle for you. Yeah, how would you like to do that?
Navigate.
Okay, yeah, give me a navigation.
Is there a
I
way
guess
to
we
like?
I guess we just throw out the shields and try and fucking bust through.
I mean, you could try.
I know
Oh.
in D&D there's a way to like if multiple people are trying, like you can give someone advantage. Can you do that in this, or do you have to literally get advantage to give someone advantage?
You have to give it to someone.
So a great example
how
would
they
be
do it.
like if you, DAEYO, rolled navigation to help Sam and you got advantage on that roll, you could then give it to him to help him with his flight. Yeah.
Could I roll piloting
it's
and help him? Or
astrogation.
try to help him?
What now? Can you roll piloting?
Yeah.
Are you flying it?
Oh no. So you can only roll piloting if you're flying it, but navigation.
Or if you're the co-pilot, or if you take over PR3 spot.
The problem,
Here,
the
can I
hard
take over
thing
your
is
spot while
that
you're Google film?
the ship that we've bought is -2 to piloting in these situations, so it's like hard to succeed. Even if
You guys are getting just the ship is really hard to pilot. So you need to be like mega super pilots in order to operate this ship.
I
and you're
nailed
just
this
not
so
yet.
hard last week, and I had no right to. I had no right to.
How many?
It's
What's
just-
your piloting look like, Sam?
4. I have 4 green.
I have 3 green.
Yeah, so you would technically have 1 green for these rolls.
Okay. Oh
Um,
boy. Okay. What about Oda though? Can Oda give her advantage to Sam?
I mean, that's what Jesse's saying. If one of you wants to roll astrogation and see if you can navigate for me, that would help the roll.
Yeah.
It
Does
would, like,
anyone
take
have good
diff-
astrogation? Mine's
I have
two.
0 in astrogation.
Oh, she dropped. She's coming back.
I figured she wasn't just staring down, praying in Jedi meditation the entire time.
All right, I
I've been there
astrogated.
before.
I
I've been there
astrogated
before.
while piloting.
Okay, yes. All right. So
Oh my
your
God,
astrogation
another
comes up. You
strain.
take some strain because it's like, what? But you manage to work out a path. However, the path is going to take you, like, you're going to have to weave in and out of ships, right? So
Right.
it'll be a safe path and you'll lose one of the die, the black die, but it'll be like, it'll be a little, it'll be one of those things where you're going through a little slower. But if you want to roll me your piloting, you can do that.
Okay.
If you want to use another light side point,
I do, yeah.
okay.
Worth it.
You are good to go.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Boy,
So you begin to
12 out 10 strain out of 12 right now.
I mean, it's tough. This is a
What's
tough life
deadly?
to live.
What's deadly strain?
12
I
is
mean,
you black out, right? You just pass out.
Yeah, you just like pass out.
All right.
So you are piloting through all this debris and you can see it. It's one of those scenes where, the lights from your ship are sort of shining on the debris as it's slowly moving past you as the ship sort of like lurches through and makes space noises when there shouldn't really be noises in space. And it's like debris hits the side of the ship and it's like, and you keep going. And as you pass over all this debris, you notice old Republic starships, and you notice the round little weird droid ships and droid fighters floating in space, and you see the dead outlines of like stormtroopers floating by, well, actually clone troopers floating by, and you see droids sort of just like floating in space with their stupid little nose faces. And as you continue to pass by, you see as you continue to pass by, that was like a weird. As you continue to pass by, you see all of this debris, countless starships, more than possibly you've ever seen, ever. And they're all destroyed above this planet. And there is a significant possibility, at least from what you can see, that many of these ships might have what you're looking for. You can still pass them by and land on the planet, but a lot of these ships appear to still be intact, just like they were ionized, or the crew was killed, or the bridge is missing, but something else is still intact. There's many ships to choose from and to look at, but you continue moving through them.
I'm surprised they haven't been picked over.
Maybe they have.
There's literally people wearing the same armor as Ulago, just like bouncing off
Yes.
the windshield.
Yes, there's people who are wearing the same armor as you. It
Just
even
floating
looks
in
more
space.
pristine. Yeah, because it's in space. There's no dust. It looks super pristine, and there's
Yeah.
like floating bodies like moving past the view of your ship's window. Do you continue towards the planet, or are you gonna
Yeah.
salvage?
Well, I mean, Ulago turns to the group. There's some good stuff out here, you know. Just saying.
I guess we're not in a hurry.
Well, yeah, yes and no.
If you
Our-
want, I mean,
Our
if you
ship
see
is
something
barely
you
held
like-
together. We're being pursued, and we're in a field of debris. But
Well, as
there
long
might
as
be
we
some stuff out
don't,
there that could help us.
as long as we don't, jump to hyperspace, we should be good though. So if we want to go salvage some things, I'm sure we could do that. And does Ulago look pretty rough right now?
Not physically rough, but
He's sweaty. He's really sweaty.
yeah, he's a soldier. He can handle himself. He's
I
not
feel like
too
one of those
messed up.
like, hey, how about you?
He's clammed
I'll
up.
put my hand on his shoulder, and be like, how about you stay in here and maybe me and Oda can go see what's going on outside.
Do we have like space suits?
Space suits.
You would have to look on the ship,
Okay.
and we can roll and see if you do. I
Okay.
think that there would always be on a starship some sort of space, but you also have the ability to dock or land on ships as well.
Oh yeah.
You just tie a string to my foot.
Yeah,
and
we can
send me out
attach.
there.
We can attach the
That's
airlock
true.
to another ship's airlock and just like go in.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's another roll though for Ulago.
Sure. It also could be a PR3 roll with computers.
Oh,
Go on.
PR3.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
we
computer.
want to pilot this as seldom as possible.
Yeah.
Put on my computer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree.
What am
So
I com-
okay.
What am I
Do you
computer?
want to try to I mean, it might be computing. What you're trying to do is determine one. I think that the operation would be one, determine if there are ships nearby that you
Yeah.
can scavenge or would possibly be scavengeable. Two, determine how you would dock to it, and three, doing it.
I guess.
So
I
it'd be
guess
3 rolls.
I guess we would run a roll perception to see if we can identify any more complete ships around
Sure.
us that we could dock against.
Didn't you say we needed like a real mechanic though? Like, would this be just getting the part so we don't have to pay for the part, or is that what it's happening?
Absolutely, yes. That's
All right.
exactly what
I'm
this is.
a mechanic.
I mean,
But
DAEYO
he
could
said like
do
a
it.
super like actual ship mechanic. He said last week.
Absolutely. But if DAEYO gets there and can do it, if she gets the rolls, I'm not going to
Alright.
be like, no, you need a super mechanic.
I
You
won't
know, if
argue.
you can, you can.
Wait, so what am I rolling mechanics for again?
Well, right now you're trying to see if you can spot anything, but it doesn't look like Ulago can see anything out on the void of space.
Yeah.
But perhaps someone else can spot a ship that would be salvageable.
Oh, okay.
So what am I scanning with the computer?
Yeah, I get advantage.
This is just be a perception check.
Oh, okay.
I want to give my advantage to Bike Man.
Oh,
okay.
oh, thank you. I spend it on candy.
Oda succeeds.
The strain though.
All right,
She
yeah.
looks real hard.
Yeah, Oda, PR3, you both look out and you see that be it from PR3's chronicles of data in his brain or Oda's knowledge from your limited time at the Jedi Temple, you see a ship that looks like it's fairly intact, like roughly intact comparative to everything else. And it looks like this. It is a separatist warship. And it appears to be, for the most part, except for, you'll notice there's like a little bridge up at the very, very top. Except for that, it's completely sheared off and floating in a different direction in space. But the rest of the ship appears to be intact. Completely and totally intact, just floating there. But it has no signs of power being on. It has no signs of anything really being active aboard the ship. The engines, the blue hue of the engines are off. But you also notice that upon closer examination, since look at this TPR3, there are no ships in the hangar.
Okay.
When you say the
So-
bridge is missing, that means it's not operable, right? Like you couldn't steer this ship.
You cannot steer the ship. There's no way to command anything. Like it can't fire weapons. It literally is just, it's a droid separatist ship. Everything, because droids are stupid, I guess, or whoever designed them's dumb.
Wow.
When the command deck is gone, they're just like, oh, I guess we lose. So yeah, it is a giant hulking bit of space trash right now.
There's probably
Okay.
something good there.
Yes. Yeah.
Ulago doesn't look good at this point. It's like, PL3, see if you can dock us, will ya?
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to do it with my zero piloting? All right.
You guys
Use
have
the computer.
Well, you guys have two options. You can either go direct to the ship or land on the planet and rest for a little bit and take a moment to like chill and then continue, get some air.
That sounds like a trap, Jesse.
They both could be traps. I'm just putting it out there.
Our ship is good enough, like, as long as we don't go into hyperspace, we're fine, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
At the moment, as long as you don't
Can
push
we
the
rest?
button-
Can we rest in space?
Yeah, why
You
not?
could, yeah.
Yeah, Ulago's
I
down
would
for that.
say that we rest here and then like let DAEYO sort of stay up and watch over if anyone's coming after us, because I don't have any stress, and I have one stress.
Okay, sure. If you would be so kind, all of you, to tell me what you're gonna do during this rest. If you're just gonna sleep, if like, what are you up to? Let's start with the Ulago. What is your plan for this rest?
Pass out.
Sure.
Face
Yeah,
down.
Ulago, you sort of shut down all the lights that you had that were sort of scanning the area, and you head towards the back, I assume, to one of the bunks to pass out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
The three of you see Ulago leave, and DAEYO, what do you do?
I sit in the captain's chair, but
Okay.
mostly just because I'm trying to pay attention to like if anyone's gonna come after us.
All right, so you're just sort of scanning the area in case there's anything, like any trouble out there.
Yeah, trying to stay alert.
Okay. PR3, what's your vibe? What are you doing?
I'm gonna stand in a room and practice my enunciation.
Okay, do you pick a specific room?
What are my choices here?
Well, if you look at your, it's in a
Oh, yeah,
handout.
there's a map thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you have a handout.
I
That
got you, I
is,
got you.
The
I forgot
maid
about the handout, yo.
of blank, your Lancer class pursuit craft, and it has all the different locations on your ship.
Probably the lounge. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're just gonna go to the main lounge area and just start talking to yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Explosive decompression. Explosive decompression.
And while he's doing this, like I'm going through and just listening to the different areas via the cat, like the main area. And then I go into like listen to that one, and I'm just like, wait, what does he do? And I just listen to that the rest of the time, just him.
Yeah, it's almost like a
things.
mantra. It almost fills you with calm to hear him talk about exploding and decompressing. Yeah.
It
It's like
was
ASMR.
unfortunate to hear about your explosive decompression.
Yeah.
I want to
Oda,
listen
what
to
do you...
that ASMR droid pronunciation.
Oda, what do you do during this time?
Oda has secretly been fighting off a hangover. So she's going to go get one of her commemorative glasses, and she's going to fill it with water, and she's going to chug it, and then she's going to go replace it neatly on its shelf with its brethren, and then she's going to go to sleep.
Yeah. You place it neatly back on the shelf. You've had your big glass of water. The water that is like slightly a little brownish from it still being in the glass that had the mudslides in it.
Well, I do my best to rinse it out.
Right. But
Yeah.
drunken rinsing. And
Yeah.
so you drink it, you put it back very neatly, and you lay down to get some sleep. As you do so, this sort of calming nature of the force washes over you, and it's very protective and loving, like one of those blankets, those weighted blanket things, and sort of makes you feel contented to be amongst this crew. Sort of through the force, as you fall back into it, you almost can hear the sleeping Ulago or PR3's mantra or Daeyo's contentment with it. And as you do, where is the box right now? PR3, do you have
had
the
it,
box?
right?
I gave it to Oda.
You gave it to me?
Yeah.
Oh, well then, I guess it's like,
Remember it glowed and stuff?
I guess it's in her pack, because I guess she kind of forgot about it. She was too busy with the glasses.
Sure. Okay. So as you have this like good vibes wash over you, the box in your pack, we get sort of like a in the backpack shot of the box, and the jewels around the outside begin to glow with this same hue of red that they had before, except now it's in the darkness of your bag. It begins to shine very red, and it shines over all of the items that you've brought with you. And in your dreams, the sort of the washing waves, the sort of like a beach noise almost. The is starting to sound more and more like turbo laser fire, like explosions, like screams, and your eyes pop open to the terrible sound of, through the force, let's say millions dying. Like you feel something wash over you that is an uncontrollable terror. What do you do?
I think that she lets out just a guttural scream and like doubles over, clenching her stomach, because that would cause insane unwellness.
Yeah. All of you hear this terrible scream come from Oda's bedroom.
Daeyo would immediately jump up and run towards the bedroom.
Ulago grabs his gun.
PR3.
Fires it up.
Oh, sorry, my stuff just went down and back up again. What was that?
What do you do?
Oda just screamed from the other room.
I just listen.
That sounds about right.
So creepy.
Daeyo, Ulago, you burst into the room and find that Oda is doubled over at the foot of her bed and has it has this look of terror and sort of like the weird film of sweat. Do you say anything to them, Oda?
I think she's just like repeating, no, 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 no.
I would put my vibro sword away and try to like walk up and grab her, like not in a like aggressive way, but like comforting, like, hey, it's okay. You're on the ship, it's fine. Like, what are you thinking about right now? Did you have, you know what? It's none of my business, but you're fine. You're fine. Are you okay?
So Jesse, this was like some sort of like dream type thing, right?
It's less of a dream and more of you literally felt through the force something terrible, like truly an atrocity. And
As if
you
thousands of
don't-
voices cried out and were suddenly silenced.
not that kind of tragedy, like an elongated, terrible, not like one scream and then silence, literally like countless voices echoing repeatedly, terrible screams, terrible like pain and suffering, not just like, oh, we're instantly gone, like literal suffering and pain being like thrown at you, but millions of voices where it's just sort of, instead of a washing wave of love and contentment with the galaxy, it's like a wave of terror and anger and hatred is just like hitting you.
So it was kind of like I plugged into the force expecting the usual like oneness, and then once I opened myself up to it, there was this current of terror.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Well, Oda certainly can't explain that. So she just kind of like allows herself to be comforted, but she has like this million-yard stare. Do I have any interpretation of what that might mean?
You don't know what it. You have never felt anything like this on this scale, but you have seen suffering, and you have when you were with your former master. You know what sort of the dark side is like, and what that feeling is, and you know that it is terrifying and awful, and one of those things that you never truly understand why someone would fall to the dark side, because it seems every experience you've had has felt like this, where it's like, holy shit, that's awful. But it's that fear that you've been warned about. Like that, the scary nature of it is what sets you on the path to it. And this is like the most scared you've ever been. Like whatever this was that hit you, it was not something that you ever want to experience again.
So I feel like if I allow myself to be afraid, then I'm going to be more vulnerable to it.
I will say that is the lesson you know. It is up to you whether you decide to allow yourself to. You know that you were told, do not be afraid.
You're not allowed to feel, period. Basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you know what you were told. It's up to you whether you decide if you fear it or not.
And this isn't something that it's like she feels like she got some sort of warning or message that she can like do something about. Like she can't save these people or anything like that.
You do not know that. You know
Okay.
that it definitely was a message, and it definitely is a warning. You know that for sure. But you have no knowledge if this is past, present, or future.
And do I have any sense of it being connected to where we are, or just
I would say that is definitely something that you could reach out with the Force to determine. You could try to perceive that if you want.
Yeah, I want to do that. Do I use
Sure.
a force point for that?
Yes. Roll your Force and let's see. what the vi-
Ulago is ripping open like closets, loose panels, trying to
Just
see
trying
if there
to
was
find
something. Yeah, right.
Yeah, Oda, unfortunately, in order to do this, in order to figure out exactly what it is, you'd have to tap into the dark side. You'd have to give into your fear and be like, what was that?
I think in this case, like, this would be one of those situations where she would be like, I have to expose myself to the dark side in order to know what's right to save these people. Because this was so horrible. I can't let this torture continue. So it's one of those like Anakin is trying the dark side in order to save Padme kind of situations, you know?
I understand. It's very
Yeah.
tempting.
So she I think in this state, if she's literally never been this terrified before, she would totally just dabble.
Okay. Yeah, you may perceive this.
Yes,
Do I roll
Oda.
for it?
Yes, Oda.
Yes, roll for the perception, please.
Give in.
Oh, yes. You we can get rid of the dark side point
Oh,
there. It
oops.
doesn't matter. But yes, you not only do you perceive it with absolute clarity. It's as if the veil over this terror was lifted the minute you allowed the terror in and allowed yourself to feel fear of it. You immediately recognized why you feared it. It's because it was the countless people in this system. People were brutally murdered. Whatever happened here wasn't the battle that you see, right? The battle that took place above this planet is not where the soldiers that fought each other and the droids, that's not what you're feeling. What you're feeling is somewhere down on that blue greenish bauble that you see before you. Millions died there, and not in like we're fighting for our liberty, like literally kids pulled out of their homes and shot in the street kind of deaths. And it was terrible things happened down there. And it is something that is very like next level dark side. Whoever did this is a bad person.
So as DAEYO is holding me and comforting me and asking what's wrong, Oda will kind of just choke out like a dream, a vision. Something horrible happened here. And she's trying to make it seem like just a normal person, like, had a bad dream kind of situation, but also trying to communicate that, like, there's some real something to worry about here.
Can I do a
Mhm.
perception check on like why she had this kind of dream?
Sure. Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Sure, it's difficult, but
No, it costs you some strain. But and I'll say for the rest, I will give you guys the reset of strain just so you're good.
I have
It
2
doesn't
now,
reset
right?
your damage like your physical damage, but I'll reset your strain for that.
Me
Um,
too. Did I get rest before this?
Yeah. Like you had a moment
Okay.
where you were in good with the first, and then it hit you.
Okay.
So yeah, Alago,
Back up.
do you perceive this as well? Are you trying to help too?
Well, no, I think the thing she's describing, he's experienced with another person, right?
Yes. Okay. Sure.
So
Yes.
even though she's trying to play it off like a dream, it's fishy to him.
Yeah, I think
Absolutely. Okay.
that's why I would do it too, where it's like, you're being a little too specific. Like, you probably like tell me what's really going on. But
She's not a
I
very
want to
good
perceive
actor
it.
or liar, I don't think.
Okay. So we'll say this for sure. Ulago, you are watching Dio hold Oda, and you, without showing anything, are like, I recognize what this is. And Dio, you holding her, what you perceive is in Oda's bag a red glow.
We see two different things.
I'm gonna actually open her bag, take the box out,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm sorry, shove her away from it.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna shove her away from it back towards the bed, obviously not somewhere dangerous. And then is it still glowing red while I'm like holding it?
As you pick it up, the red starts to fade.
Does would Ulago at least see that it was red?
Yes, of course. The minute you lift it out, it is. The difference is that when it was in the bag, because it was surrounded by the felt of the bag or the leather or
Yeah.
whatever the bag's made of, it was sort of reflecting off of it, and so it looked much redder of a glow than when you lift it out. And when it's in the light of the room, it's sort of the gems on the side. You can see a glow in them, but it's not like making the room red, right?
Yeah.
And so
No. So it's like I lift it out, it'd be kind of a faint glow, but then it would
Yes.
dissipate, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Well, I would definitely lift it out and immediately be like, "What is this? We need to get rid of it."
Do
And I would actually look at Oda to be like, "Where did you get this?"
PR3 gave it to me.
PR3, and I would just walk out the room with and look for PR3 now.
Okay.
Were
Can
you
I-
there? Well, you were there, weren't you?
Yeah, but it'd be one of those like I wasn't really paying attention to a box because I failed every roll with the box. So it
Can
was
I
like one of
also-
those. If PR3 was walking around the box, I'd be like, "What is this fucking? I don't give a shit."
Sure.
Can I also, now that this has happened with the box, because I didn't pay very close attention to it before either, but now that this has happened, can I roll another perception check to see if or lore or education or something, because maybe I know something about force imbued objects?
Yes, absolutely. You 100% can.
Education is good?
This is a force like what are you trying to do exactly?
Well, because before I was like, oh, weird, there's a box. PR3 had it, whatever. It's a little
Right.
wooden box. I'll put it in my bag. Now I saw it glow. It glowed when I had a force vision. So now I'm running it through did someone teach me about this when I was at the Jedi Temple? Have I ever heard of another like object having dark side properties? So I'm trying to like look at it through a new lens and understand what it might be or why it might be doing that or whether it's
Okay.
dangerous.
Sure. So what I would suggest for you is that you could do a let me see here. This is definitely a knowledge thing. You could do lore would be a fun roll.
Okay.
You could also try xenology because as we discussed before, there are things written on the side of it and there are figures on the side of it as well. And so you could do that too. You could also try and figure out maybe where the gems were from.
What would that be? Xenology?
Sure, or education perhaps.
Education is my best one. So I would love to roll education.
Yeah, I mean, if you all want to try and figure it out together and use your best stats to roll together to figure out different pieces of this box, or when you take it to PR3, DAEYO, you can ask him, like, what? I'll leave it up to you guys. How you
That's
want to
my
tackle it?
intention is to go straight to PR3 and be like, what the hell is this?
For my role, the most important thing I want to know is about objects imbued with the Force. So that sounds like it would be lore if it's
Sure.
not education.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Damn. Okay. Yes. You know for a fact that there are, at least from the Jedi Academy, you know that what you were taught and what you have seen is that there are many, many objects across the galaxy that are imbued with Force powers, with essences of the Force. What you know for a fact is that sometimes things just exist and have the Force in them. For example, kyber crystals. You know, sometimes things are imbued with energies of the Force on purpose. You know that sometimes things have residual energy of the Force. And you also know that sometimes the souls and spirits of the dead are sort of like funneled into things. And then there are the other category, which is straight up just holocrons, which are not necessarily the spirits of the dead, but like you can make a holocron and imbue all your knowledge to someone, and then because it gives off such a positive Force vibe, it's like a good Jedi holocron, and maybe it unlocks things or enlightens people in ways of the Force. Same thing can happen with the Sith holocron. A Sith holocron could have the teachings of an ancient Sith, but also, because of what it is, emanate a power that is dark and malevolent. So you know for a fact that, yes, absolutely, there are many things that can be imbued with the Force.
And with that role, do I have any inkling as to which of those things this might be? Like, am I like, this does sound like a holocron?
Based on what you've seen so far, you don't know of any holocron that can mind control.
And I do feel like
Because-
that's what happened with this, is that it was coming from this box.
What you know that if you open the box, inside there was a sort of a satin container thing that was at one point holding something. And whatever was in there, that is definitely what the Empire is using to sort of yellow eye all those slaves.
Right. Oda thinks on this while DAEYO goes to PR3.
Sure. What do you think, PR3?
So she brought the box to me finally.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am shoving it in your face going, where
Oh,
the fuck did you get this?
We got it in that room in the Imperial hangar area.
You just
It was
grabbed
on
a
a
box.
pedestal.
You grabbed a box and brought it with you because you're a droid that's a box collector? Is that why you got this?
It was interesting, and I had reason to bring it with me.
I shove it in his face, his droid face again, and I go, tell me why it was interesting and why it was glowing red.
Yeah, do you want to roll for why it was interesting to you, PR3? What did you notice?
yeah, because I forget what I rolled for back then and realized.
You wrote a critical success.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
which is
remember
why
now.
you took it.
Mm.
Yeah, what about it is interesting to you? Give
What am I
me a,
rolling?
you can do
Lore?
some knowledge roll of some sort.
Lore probably.
Sure. Whatever roll you get, I will give you a little bit. I have classifications for every answer because there's a lot to this. Great.
Damn
It
strain.
takes you some strain because a literal box is being forced in your face. But you do know why it was interesting to you. The biggest thing is that on the outside, the markings, the text, the script, you don't know what it is. You've never seen those markings ever. Whatever language this is, it had to have come from somewhere in the unknown regions, somewhere beyond the galactic barrier, where all the hyperspace anomalies and all the awful. But it must have come from a terrestrial world because it is a wood box and it was carved. So a sentient of some sort must have done it.
Okay.
And that's why it's interesting, because you don't know anything about it, but clearly someone made it. So it's fascinating. It's an object that has no, like, you can't just Google it in your brain. You don't understand it.
I wondered to myself why the Imperials kept this box, what was in it, and why the markings on the side are unheard of in any databanks that I could think of.
Is that it? You don't know anything else about, like, what about now? Do you know something more?
It's clearly haunted.
I mean, it's a pretty solid answer.
Uh, okay. So if we
There's any
want to
other
find
rolls you wanna
someone
do?
that
I
knows
got
more about this
information if you
box,
wanna-
we gotta go kidnap someone, right? Maybe get them to answer a few
Unknown.
questions.
You
Okay.
can also get more information if you want to, like, look at specific details of the box.
I'm trying to get him to, like, look at the box, by the way. like
I'm
it
looking at
clearly
it.
was glowing red. Like, tell me something, please.
I mean, I could roll something else.
Yeah, what can you look at?
What can I Jesse, you want me to look at it so much.
I
I'm
would
just saying,
you
there's
could
a lot
look
of
at
things.
okay, this is what I would say. Like, I walked up to you and said it was glowing red, and it would seem like I was very pressed. And
Mhm.
you also heard the scream from Oda.
Mhm.
So she screamed. I brought a box to you and said it's glowing red. What the fuck?
And I told you.
It's clearly haunted.
No, oh, that's not. You believe in You're a droid, and you believe.
No, I don't.
Can I
It's
slap a droid?
ridiculous. Of course it's not haunted.
Tell me why it was glowing red. Besides, it was haunted.
Hmm.
I'll give you
Let's
this.
see.
You don't know why it was glowing red, but you know that whatever glowed red were probably the red gems along the side of it.
Oh, you mean the obvious red gems that were
The obvious red gems, yes. It isn't. You don't have to roll for that. They're all over it.
Perhaps something caused these very, very red gems to glow.
Can you do it? Can you make these gems glow? And I like put the box, like I try to put it in his droid like hand. Make it glow. Do it. She made it glow.
Try blowing on it.
I blow on it.
I can't believe you actually tried that.
I punch him.
Ow.
Yeah, you hurt as much as the droid. You just hit a metal thing.
I punch him anyway because I'm so mad.
Is there anything else you want to do with this box, PR3?
Does,
giving you
does
opportunity.
it have any little hidden buttons or levers or something I can decipher here?
You can definitely
Perception?
scan or perceive something about the box's surface, yes.
I mean, a scan would be perception, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
In my case.
Can I?
Ah!
Ooh, whoa.
Somehow you got that. Okay.
Wow. Was
Yeah.
it really stacked against me on that one?
So, okay. What you perceive based on your micro scans of the surface are stains of the wood, and it has been cleaned, but not like scrubbed down. And the minerals that you detect on a micro level are from the planet Gamor. And it appears the gems were harvested there as well.
I have performed micro scans on the box. They're very, very, very small scans. Tiny, tiny scans. Micro scans. I have deciphered that the box is from Gamor.
So we should go there. Decipher what this is all about from the beginning, right? With these tinier than tiny micro scans.
Yes, perhaps that would be where one would go to find out about a box made from Gamor. They would go to Gamor.
God, I fucking hate you. I take back the box if he lets me.
Yeah. Does anyone else want to roll based on any information they've discovered? Any
Can
specific?
I roll any perception about this box? I bet I'll fail
Um,
horribly, but
Yes. Let me see what other knowledge rolls are left. We've rolled 2 lore rolls. We've rolled a perception check about the box.
I say specifically
And
what I want? If I hold on to the box, will I be affected by it, or can I safely hold on to it without being affected?
you don't know.
Fuck. Damn it, but I'm a gnome.
Who knows? You could roll for a look into, I don't know, education or underworld or
I'd say I'd go
xenology.
underworld.
Underworld?
Yeah, I think I would go underworld.
Sure. Give me an underworld roll, please.
I fail with
Ooh.
a fan.
Ooh, okay. I will say you failed to learn anything, but I will say this. You recognize this box.
Do I know where I recognize or just
Nope, you failed. You
it.
just know that you've seen this before.
I hold on to the box.
Okay.
I like tuck it under my arm and no one's getting this box back from me unless they fight me.
Yeah, I'll say this. You know, because it's an underworld roll, you know that in your dealings with the underworld, you've seen this box before.
Okay. Yeah. And do I get to determine how that makes me feel? Like, this is based on the underworld, like, I'm not cool about this. This is something that we maybe should be a little more careful about and not just willy-nilly toss it.
The failure means you feel nothing except for,
I feel nothing. It's mine. Okay.
yeah, no, you know you've seen it somewhere. Like you know it because I'm giving you that advantage. You know it somehow. It's all starting to click. Like as you look at it, as you shove it in PR3's face, something about it seems very, very familiar, and it's associated with your past.
And I very
But
much keep it, and then I just storm out the room. Like I don't know what it is and why, but something about the design and the way, I don't know, but it's now mine, and not in a good way. Like I'm just gonna keep it from other people.
Most irregular.
And I turn around right as I'm like leaving the door, and I point to PR3, and I'm like, keep on with your pronunciation. And then I storm out towards the front of the ship.
Okay. Yeah, back in the room, back in Oda's room, Ulago, Oda, you are together alone.
Ulago's just been like staring at her from the doorway in silence.
I'm fine. I'm fine. She just tries to like, no big deal him.
Sooner or later, they're going to find out. And he leaves the room.
What? Find out what?
He doesn't respond.
Sure.
Eerie.
Do you recognize what he's referring to, Oda? Do you immediately know what he's talking about?
Well, I mean, there's something she's afraid he's talking about, but she's not gonna tip her hand.
All right. Ulago, you exit the room and see DAEYO marching towards the cockpit, and PR3 just sort of like, confounded for a droid. And what do you do?
Where are you off to in a huff?
It doesn't matter. Oh, well, now that you're here, shouldn't we land on the planet and get the ship fixed, maybe?
Is that what you want to do?
I think we should do that. The sooner, the better.
Okay.
We need to maybe, well, there's a lot of places we need to go, but Gamora might be a good place. I would know that, right?
Where is Gamora from here?
It is not close to you.
I was gonna say down the street to the left.
20 hyper jumps away, but we can't hyper jump until we get the ship fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not anywhere near where you're at the moment.
Sure. I mean, are we not scavenging anymore? Scavenging?
Oh, right. I forgot all about the ship next to us. I'm such in a huff that you can ignore me if you want. I'm clearly like in one of those. I have this box.
yeah.
We need to go to.
I will. Jesse, I'll attempt to dock with that ship that we
Okay.
were.
Yeah.
Before our rest.
This isn't like a hard maneuver. You're literally just outside it. Give it the old college try.
I'll do a light side too.
Okay. I will give you that bonus. Awesome. And then I will steal my dark side point.
That is nothing.
Yeah. You proceed to dock, but it turns out that the docking clamp on the side of its ship is inoperable because the power is off on the ship.
Yeah, there's a long, heavy breath.
It's all paying off for me now. I'm feeling good.
Is our strain gone now?
Yeah. Or it was.
Do we have suits of any kind?
Yeah, weren't we supposed to check for suits?
You do
Like to
have
go
suits.
to enter space itself?
You would have to roll to see. I'll give you one for sure.
All right.
You have to roll to see how many. I will roll for you.
Okay.
There are 4 of you. We'll RD 4 and see how many you have. 1 spacesuit.
Ulago starts putting the suit on, and he turns to you, DAEYO. I'm gonna go attach that thing manually.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
Well, some of that we just give up.
And I yell immediately back, PR3!
I guess I come shuffling over.
Yeah, you're a droid. You can go out in space. And I
Thank you
start.
for noticing.
There's no
Yeah,
way.
well, you're going with
There's
him.
no way he can go out in space.
We tie him up. You bring him
PR3.
back.
Hop on the computers and direct me.
All right, PR3, hop on the computers and direct him. If you die out there, don't blame it on us.
Yes, you must be careful and not have any explosive decompression.
I heard you saying that like a million times. It's
Ulago
very
looks
relaxing.
extremely confused.
And
in that
now it was
comment.
perfect. Did you see what practicing has done?
I know. We should do that more often.
Context is everything, PR3. I think you're missing that part. He steps into the airlock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you put on the ridiculous Star Wars, spacesuit that really would not protect anyone because it's almost like cloth and then like a helmet.
I hold my breath like Princess Leia.
Yeah, and then you float away. The airlock opens and you sort of float out into space, and the little jets of air on the side sort of maneuver you towards the ship in front of you.
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking for a way to manually connect the airlock.
Sure. It's a big ship. Visually, it's going to be hard to detect. You probably could use some help.
Cool. All right, yeah. Just hops on comms. He's like, all right, PR3, I've got to connect this airlock manually, so I need you to
Can
hot
I
and
do a
cold me.
mechanics roll to tell him how to maybe do it?
Sure, absolutely. Once he finds it.
Or maybe give like advantage?
Well, once he finds it, you can give him a mechanics check to like, this is how I would do it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me know when
PR3
I need to
find
make
it
that
first.
roll.
All right, so am I guiding him?
Yeah. You can guide him, or you can straight up just be like, hey, I'm going to use my perception to determine it. Or I'm going to use computers to figure out where on a ship like this one would be.
Yeah, that's
like that.
exactly what computers would buy. Yeah. That's why I'm here. Oh, and look how good I am. See?
Yeah, absolutely. So you have the data printout of a ship like this. It isn't an updated model. It's clearly been here for many years. You know that nearby the docking area, the clamp, is a hatch that you can open and sort of just pump yourself to move it closer to the ship, and then you can lock on. And when you lock on, it will disengage its airlock, and you can proceed through.
Okay.
Yep. I'll let you know.
Tell me what I need to roll.
For you, this would be because you're doing it's more of a physical activity, huh?
Athletics?
I think athletics. Yeah.
Okay. I'll use the light side.
Great. Oh, wrong thing. Use that point.
Ulago, come in.
Oh, I've clicked it twice and it hasn't reacted.
Ulago, come in.
That's awesome.
I'm sure it's gonna.
Next to you. I wonder why it's smiling like that. All the other ones have shocked horror expressions frozen on their faces.
It's probably got something to do with a chip in its neck.
Likely.
Accidentally
I
used
think it's
2.
4. Yeah, there we go. I'll force update. It
Thank
should
you.
be 4, 3.
Yeah, 3 and 4. Yeah, cool. Nice.
Yeah, you begin pushing away at it, up and down, and next to you in the silence of space, you see it sort of move further out. And at this point, PR3, you can extend your docking clamps and connect your hatch to the ship.
Oh, well, that's very sexy. So I do it.
Of course. This is one of the few times droids really get to enjoy. Yeah. This doesn't require a roll. It just, the ship will do it automatically. As you do, the clamps seal, and you hear sort of tss.
Cool. Is there a way for me to get back in after I've just tubed the ships together? Or did I just get rid of my entrance exit?
Perceive that for me, if you will.
Didn't the ship we attached to have like big gaping holes in it or something?
I can't perceive it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can't perceive it. Turns out that the one docking area that you have available to you is through the cargo bay, but by opening that, you literally flood the entire ship with space, and the oxygen will be sucked out of the ship.
Okay. Is there somewhere in the ship we're boarding where I could get in?
Absolutely. There are many places. There's literally the hangar that's very,
I would
very
already
close
be
to
thinking of this. Can I computer it?
Can I space breaststroke towards the hangar?
you. Yeah, you can use sort of the gas in your suit to propel
Cool.
yourself.
Yeah, nice.
Very slowly. They're just like, yeah.
Do.
Absolutely. The group of you see Ulago just sort of breaststroking through space, very slowly making his way towards the hangar. What do you three do?
Oda
Watch.
comes out from her room and is trying to play it cool, but is like, so Ulago's in space?
And you're having nightmares, and PR3 is being an asshole like always, and I'm sitting here watching everything unfold. Yes.
Totally normal. Everything's
Everything's
normal.
normal. You go back to your room if you want to rest. Otherwise, we just got, and I point to this like screen watching him like swim back, and I'm like, we just gotta wait for him to get back.
She just
Well, he can't
takes
get
a
back.
seat.
He has to go into the ship.
I gotta go into the ship.
Oh.
Don't wait it up for me. Get exploring. You hear over the comms.
Do they need
Nope,
suits for the
you're
ship,
on
or does it
your
have
own.
oxygen?
Okay, let us know what you see. If there's any aliens, just let us know, and then we won't go on it.
You can scan the ship to determine how much of the power is off PR3 and whether there is oxygen on the ship.
It is incredibly doubtful that you will run into any aliens on the ship. What he needs to worry about is snagging his suit on a jagged piece of metal which would decompress him instantaneously.
Yeah, all right, off comms, please.
Yeah, give me a roll. Let's figure out if you can determine do a computer check to see if what's going on with the ship.
I clicked it. It's not doing it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Ours is gonna be like
20's
3 in a row in a second.
R20 is real popular at the moment. You just gotta
Everyone's
wait.
on. Everyone's
Everybody's
rolling.
jamming. Everybody's
Alright,
TTRPG.
what if I
and
close
rolling
it and, like,
20.
open it again.
That's just you, very slowly going through space.
I might have to like close it and open up the whole web page. Hold on.
Okay, that's fine. I can wait for this roll. It's an important roll.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, while you do that, I have to upload a thing. Excellent. Whoa, my God. Well, okay. all the computer rolls came through.
Oh, good lord. We'll take your pick, you know. Except for that third one.
I'm gonna assume that like
I could just do a fresh roll and you can throw those out if you
I'll
want.
give you one success, because you got the triumph, and then the 2 successes and the 2 failures cancel out. So I'm gonna give you 1 success,
right.
no triumph, because that's 4 rolls, and we'll just let you have it. You determine that through the systems, the ship, all of the commands, all of the overrides, all of the anything you could do technically with this. So if you went over there on the computers, most of the systems are locked out permanently because there literally is no command deck. It's gone. So anything you do would be some form of splicing. You'd have to hack into it in some way in order to happen. Other than that, the oxygen wasn't vacuumed out into space, but you note that there isn't a lot of like oxygen production happening. So whatever there is, you can breathe. This can be very stale air.
Okay. Do I have an idea of how long it would last? Just like be fine with the amount of people going in for like weeks, or
you definitely do.
Mm-hmm.
It'll last 4 hours.
Okay.
We have no access due to the bridge of the ship being missing. We will have to do everything manually. There should be enough oxygen for 4 hours.
I mean, worst case scenario, we can grab a couple suits, right? There's bound to be some around here somewhere.
Precisely.
Sure.
Cool.
The hatch is connected, so DAEYO, PR3, Oda, you can just walk on in. ULAGO still has to swim his way to the hangar. It's going to take him. It'll take ULAGO exactly 5 minutes to get there.
Yeah, good luck.
He's Supermaning.
Have fun.
Propelled through
Just
space
very
by tiny
slowly.
jets.
What do the rest of you do as he continues on?
I keep walking because
All right. So you
Oda will
enter
follow
through the hatch.
DAEYO.
All right. PR3, do you join them?
I don't know. Do you think guys think I should be dude in the van?
I think you should be doing in the van.
Yeah.
Can I get schematics of that ship and like see them on the thing?
I don't think you need to do it in the van here, dude.
Now, right?
No.
No, I think you can totally access the computer systems from the from within the ship.
Yeah, you
Really?
can access the computers, but like I said, the command deck is gone. So
Yeah.
basic command function is not like you can't do anything.
I'm thinking in
But-
like in scenarios where we find like a valuable locked door, right? You're gonna be the guy PR3 that's gonna get that open, as opposed to us all going, well, guess it's
It
locked.
is a droid
Hmm.
ship. That's true.
It's a droid ship, dude. Get on there.
All right.
Live your best life, PR3.
Okay.
You got a flamethrower for an arm, dude.
Yeah, I was about to say, you even have a
Oh,
flamethrower.
yeah.
Okay, so the group of you proceed through the hatch and enter into the stale air of this former separatist ship. And on the floor around you, you see countless corpses of battle droids just laying on the ground in weird poses. Some of them laying together, some of them just standing there with their heads down. And all of it seems to be unoperational. Seems like there's nothing happening here at all. It's dark. It's pitch black. The only light coming through is the light from your ship.
Are the droids, you said they're not operational, but are they like destroyed or are they just kind of shut down? Like, could we revive any of them?
They are shut down. The vast majority are not destroyed, but they are crumpled on the ground or they are powered off. Again, the command deck, because whatever, this is the way Star Wars is. Once the command deck's gone, all the droids shut down. If you saw
They would have been
episode
like
1
hive-minded to the command deck, right? So as soon
Yeah.
as the command
If you
deck
saw
went,
episode
they just-
1, you know how stupid that is. That's exactly what happened. Yeah.
they just collapse.
Mm-hmm.
So if we were to take some with us back to the ship, could we fit them with a restraining bolt and have them join our crew?
You could. You have no restraining bolts, though. But you could take them, sure. They're heavy, you know. But you can, yes. Nothing can stop you from taking them.
I propose this idea to PR3 gently and carefully because I want to know how he feels about kidnapping droid corpses to join our crew.
I have no issue with kidnapping. Unfortunately, these models are antiquated, and I would not want one near me.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah, PR3, you know for a fact that battle droids, Generation 1 battle droids, are considered throughout the galaxy to be a joke. Like, truly a joke. People think they were some of the worst designed things ever, and you, as a droid, would not want to be associated with them at all. So you're absolutely right. They're awful.
They can't even say Roger just once.
True. Fair enough.
Did you continue forward?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In this hallway, you see 2 dark halls going one to the right, one to the left, and all the droids around you. But again, there is only the light from your ship, and after a certain amount of time, both directions become pitch black. There isn't even like little tiny guide lights on the ground. Pitch black.
Do I have anything on me that can illuminate any? Like,
Of
if I
course.
bring out my vibro sword or something,
Is it too dark? I've
Absolutely,
got
your
this
vibro sword can
flamethrower.
illuminate.
I immediately
A
bring out my
flamethrower can
vibro
too,
sword,
yes.
place it in front of me, and we got the small area of
I can think of
blue,
many things that glow in the dark.
like
Oda?
my vibe. Never mind.
I can think of many things that would glow in the dark.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have nothing. Good thing DAEYO has something.
Yeah, DAEYO, you pull out your vibro blade, and the reddish hue of it lights up this hallway.
Excuse me, sir. It's blue.
This bluish hue lights up
Thank
the
you.
hallway, and it
No
isn't
fucking
very
way
bright.
it's blue. I'm sorry, I'm just coming in here. It doesn't get to be blue, DAEYO, all right? We know
It's-
you.
It's pink.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, yeah. He sold you a pink vibro blade.
He
Dude,
probably did 'cause he's
honestly,
like,
I'd
"Hey,
pay
pretty
more for that.
lady," and he gives me a pink one, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" That's why I wanted to shoot him, actually.
Oh, whoa. A
You
pink
want
one?
pink one?
Yeah, he gave you a pink. You have a pink vibro blade. I'm marking that down. That is a note permanently. Pink.
Honestly, I would
vibro
pay
blade.
more for a pink vibro blade. So
I would too. So yeah, you hold this pink light out, and although it isn't very bright, you still can see a little bit in front of you. Which direction do you proceed?
Straight.
There is no straight. It's right and left.
Nope, straight.
You proceed
just
straight
right
towards
through
the
the
wall.
I go.
You
I look
headbutt the
back at the
wall.
others, and I'm like, "Listen, I'm just. Where do you want to go?"
Is there anything I can computer on nearby?
You know the schematics of the ship
Yeah.
when it comes to
Oh, okay, that's right.
where things would be, as in, oh yes, the engine room would have this type of thing, or
Mhm.
it has this amount of weapons array. It would contain this many fighters. The commander would be this type of droid, that kind of thing. But you don't have the internal schematics of a ship like this because it was a
Okay.
separatist ship.
So is there anything I can computer nearby?
Is there anything we can like see?
You
where
would
he
have to
can
look. You'd have to
his-
perceive it.
I feel
Cracking
like
that.
skullduggery would be useful here.
Who does that?
Ooh, I do
Oh.
skullduggery. I
You
dug
dug a skull?
skulls.
That's why I
I've
turn
been
back
known
and
to dug a
I look
skull
at.
now and then.
Ah.
How would you skull dug?
Well, I guess if we're scavenging, then this is something that Oda has done a ton as a smuggler. Like this is how she was kind of making her livelihood out there in the
Sure.
world after leaving the Jedi Temple. So she probably just kind of has a process where she just starts taking note of things around, kind of assigns it a priority, and generally knows where to go to like the cargo hold of a ship or to the, like the main server room where the most valuable parts would be. So she just starts being like, okay, well, first we should go to check the cargo hold, and then we should. So she's like making a list and kind of like intuitively knows generally how a ship is usually built around those things.
Sure. You know this is a big ship, but you also know that you are on one particular side of it, and so all you have to do is head towards the direction of where the cargo hold would most likely be, and eventually you could end up there. So, yes, that would be towards the right.
I clicked to dig a skull. There we go. Oh, man.
Yeah, through your past experience, you know it is to the right. You know, based on where you are on the ship, it's to the right. But it's
Absolutely to the right. Have to go
You-
right. Right into the wall.
Yeah, you don't. It's super dark, and you sort of stumble over the droids that are on the ground and manage to catch yourself. But yeah, it's very dark, and unless Daeyo's leading the way, you cannot continue forward.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a weird question. Can I do a mechanics checks on like the droids below me and see if like they are still you can be tapped into them PR3 and find out information from them?
Sure. Yeah, give me a this would be a knowledge check, and probably a knowledge check of
Why can't it be
Uh,
mechanics? I'm good at that.
the mechanics would be you doing it. Would be you actively like, I am hacking into the droids to put in my brain the information from the droids.
How hard would that be?
I mean, you don't have a here's the thing. You can get, you know that dude on Cloud City who had like the thing around his head, who was Lando's homie? You could get that if you wanted to, and then you could put droid bits in your brain. But you don't have that. This would be an education roll.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
Or did they roll too early? Okay.
No, you got it. You 100% recognize that these droids are still essentially functioning. They're just powered down. There's no one giving them commands, and so they're off. But they still work.
I turn back to PR3 and I'm like, hey, these droids, if you could just, I don't know, reboot them or like hack into them, find out what happened here and maybe give us something. Give us anything. I don't care. And I give him my advantage.
Okay.
I will attempt to comply with this request, but you do know it was customary for these droids to be booby-trapped, and they could come to life and rip us apart.
I'm more scared of you than I am them anyway.
That's okay, I was lying anyway.
Oh, well. Fuck you too.
I think it's the first time anyone said fucking Star Wars ever.
Frack.
People would be like, what kind of word is that?
Frack you too. There
I
you
feel
go.
like Han Solo. I feel like Han Solo said it a few times off
He
camera.
definitely said
you know what I
fuck a
mean?
few times.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Oh, yeah. Give me a roll, PR3. Let's see if you can do this.
All right.
I feel like Chewie probably said it a lot.
Oh,
True.
yeah.
Yeah.
This
What am I
would be computers because you're trying to slice them.
Boy, am I glad I put points into this.
Oh my god.
I am the undisputed master of all droids. You will bow before me now.
Okay, now
As
you're
you
gonna
hack into this droid, it's one of the many battle droids with this sort of cone nose. And as you hack into him, you don't just access information. His eyes light up and you hear it.
Roger, Roger.
Oh God.
It's still painful.
Hello. Are you my master?
I hope not.
Yes, he is.
Hello, master.
Master, yes.
I'm so excited.
I put my hand on.
Can I access subroutines and make them deeply cynical?
I feel you inside my subroutines right now, master.
Okay, that's too much information.
Mhm.
I'm being very gentle.
So gentle.
Oh my god, no. This is awful. We just need to know where to go.
You need to know where to go. I can lead you.
Yeah, do that.
Roger, Roger.
And he turns
Proceed.
around and is like,
Where would you like to go?
The cargo hold, please.
What she said.
Is she my master too, master?
We all are.
Are they my master too, master?
Nope,
Olga
that's
is
us
your
three.
primary master. That's her right there. You ask her all questions and do everything that she tells you to do. Now get away from me.
Yeah.
Okay, master. Hello, master.
and he looks at you.
I've never owned a droid before. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Would you please be so kind as to show us to the cargo hold?
Roger, Roger.
And he begins to walk you towards the cargo hold down the hall. But you notice he doesn't have any lights or anything. He's just walking down the hall. Completely.
Doesn't Dio's blade light his way as well?
Vibro blade.
He
Vibro
doesn't
blade.
need it. He doesn't need it to walk down the hall. He has scans and sensors and sort of
Gotcha.
is to everything around him, so he knows what's going on. So he just begins to walk.
Okay. We follow.
All right. Dio, give me a roll to see about keeping up with him. This would be a athletics check to see if you can keep up with him.
I got advantage.
Does it have a light? Could you order it to turn it on?
He does not have a light. No.
Oh.
He's just a big beige crappy droid.
Can I give my advantage to Oda?
Sure. Yeah.
That way, maybe I'm like, I fucking hate droids. Maybe I don't even want to be near him because he keeps saying Roger, Roger, and every time he does, I want to kill him.
Roger, Roger.
Nope. Stop it.
He's a little bit ahead of you, but Oda, if you want to roll with that bonus, you can perceive his path so that you guys can keep up with him. You won't be directly behind him, but you will be able to follow where he's gone. Yeah, of course. You're not as fast as him because he can see in the dark, but the group of you can follow him because you hear his clank, 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 clank. And he begins to walk you towards the cargo hold. Meanwhile, Ulago, you enter into the hangar, and the hangar is emptied of these ship droids, the like starship droids. It is empty of anything that would be remote cargo. There's nothing really in the hangar. It's completely empty, but there are scorch marks, and it appears that maybe at a certain point in time during the battle, the force shield generator went down, and so turbo laser fire was hitting the inside of this hangar. But what you can tell is that there's just nothing here right now.
Gotcha.
And you're just in there alone, and there's also no gravity, so probably no oxygen as well for this area.
Hey, Jesse.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How
Roger.
long do I keep this Triumph that I got, by the way?
The triumph is that you literally turned it on.
Okay.
You were just gonna before be like, oh, you have access. Now you have, you straight up have a droid.
Okay.
Did you say this was an Imperial ship or is it a Republic ship?
It is a separatist ship. It's a droid ship.
Separatist. Ah, okay, cool. So I wouldn't know the layout or anything. I'd just be kind of miffed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll just start to explore.
Okay, sure.
Roll some perceptions, see what's going on.
Give me a perception check, and I'll give you some directions.
Ah!
You son of a bitch.
Not bad.
All right. Yeah, it's dark, and you strain to see through your mask, but you managed to determine that there are 4 directions you can go. I'll let you determine how to use that triangle.
Wait, I don't have anything to go off of here.
There literally are. You're in an empty hangar, and there are 4
Okay.
doors.
Okay.
That's it. There's 4, and based on what you know, you came from the left. You went left to right, floating through space, and your friends entered. So they would be to your left if you wanted
Coming
to go
from my left.
Yes, coming from the 2 left doors. So basically, it's like room, 2 doors, 2 doors. So you have 2 right, 2 left.
Okay. Cool. Let's say the second door on my left, there's actually a collapsed droid that has prevented the door from completely closing.
Okay.
So there's a gap, a human-sized gap to get through that door.
What you recognize is that because this area is decompressed, if there were anyone over there who had taken that path, they would equally be dead. So it's most likely your companions are not down that hallway.
Yeah, I'm gonna start gingerly exploring that direction. Kind of squeeze through
Jesse,
the door.
Yes.
what kind of decompressed was it?
I don't know.
The kind that kills everyone.
I can't.
What was that called again?
I don't remember what that was called. Not ringing a
This is
bell.
like cracking your knuckles and it doesn't make the noise. Okay, what kind of decompression was it?
Yeah, you go through this passage that no one could possibly breathe, and you step over this droid, and it's a long hallway, but you see the windows that look out into space, and the sun of this system is shining through. So you have a natural light that you're able to walk along this outer corridor on the side of the ship.
That's
And
fucking awesome.
it appears there are many droids littering this hallway, but all of them are off. And it looks like all the terminals are off as well. But this is a long hallway that you can continue to walk down, and it looks like it ends at a room that is also held open by another droid dead in the doorway.
Okay, I'll push on.
Yeah. You walk through this other door, stepping over this next droid, and in this room, you find what is the room that what is that damn thing called? The turbo lift. It's not a turbo lift in Star Wars, is it? Whatever it's called, the turbo lift.
believe
You
it
know,
is.
I know what you're
Is it?
referring to. Yeah.
Yeah. You find that, and
Okay.
while the doorways are all open, there is no actual lift inside of it.
Okay.
It is a turbo lift. Great. I'm so happy. Thank you, Chad.
Yeah, I will. I'm still in my suit. I'll boost up the lift shaft.
Okay. Yeah, give me a athletics check. Let's see if you can do that.
Cool. I'm gonna use a light side for this. Sounds
Great.
hype.
No, you
Oh,
attempt.
you didn't get. I don't think you gave me a bonus dice there.
I did not. We will redo that right now.
Yes, lawyered.
Nice.
Damn.
Are you ready?
Yeah, you continue up the shaft, and you notice that the turbolift itself is below you, giving you free access to the upper decks. And you begin to shoot up with the power of the little like gas in your arms, sort of Iron Manning your way up this shaft. And while many of the doors are locked and sealed shut, you notice a light from above that is sort of calling to you.
All right. Yeah. I go towards the light, Cox.
You go towards the light, and you come out up top in what appears to be a room filled with ammunition and arms.
Woo! Jackpot. Cool. He starts rifling through.
Okay. We cut back to DAEYO, PR3, and Oda, who are following this droid. He's leading you to the cargo hold. And after a short while of stumbling through the dark, following a barely bright pink vibroblade, you end up at a doorway where the droid is standing, and the door is sealed shut. And he says,
It's right here, Master.
Thank you. Please open the door.
The door's shut down, Master.
Well, please unshut it.
I don't have that command, Master.
Well, what do you suggest?
Contact the commander, Master.
Not possible, I'm afraid.
Why not?
I don't know the commander.
You don't know the commander, but you're the Master.
Do you know the commander?
Of course. He's on the
Well, why don't
bridge.
You ask the commander.
I'm disconnected from the commander.
We no more questions. He's on the bridge, and that's where we take this from here. No more questions.
Okay, other Master.
What
Oh,
a shame.
God.
He's useless.
Roger,
Can we
roger.
scrap him now?
I'm not useless, Master. I've got awesome things I can do.
Cool. Tell me about the master that's on the bridge.
That's the commander, Master.
Well, tell me about the commander then.
The commander is a droid like me, Master.
And what is his weakness?
I don't know. Droids don't
What?
Droids don't have weaknesses, Master.
Can I try to like vibroblade this asshole?
Oh, please, yes.
You can.
You just ask him like the two dumbest questions ever, and then stab
Yeah.
him for responding in
I
a manner
am
that
not.
displeased you.
I'm a fucking brute. I'm not an intellectual. I'm a brute.
What is your master's weakness? I don't know. I kill him.
All right, do you attack him?
Yeah, with melee, right?
Yeah. Let me get that. Go for it.
Oda, by the way, is super not excited about this.
I
You can
got
tell her to stop. You
advantage.
can
That
try
was
to
such a
stop.
nice way of wording it.
Yeah.
I think I do it as
super
like
not
a threat, but
excited.
I missed horribly.
Dio,
Yeah.
that's my droid.
Yeah, and you're a terrible master. Like, just fucking. I
Yeah.
pat
How'd
her
you
on
do
the
it?
head because she's like half a foot below me, and I'm like, I pat her, and I'm like, we need to get the fuck out of here. Get what we can, but we need to get the fuck out of here.
What do you do, Oda? You basically, your droid was almost killed, and you are being talked down to by Dio.
I'm not mad, Dio. I'm just very disappointed.
I don't care. I give her advantage on whatever rolls next.
I thought
I'm
it was
gonna-
fantastic.
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna
PR3.
turn to the droid and be like, so there's nothing you can do to open this door.
We need a command override.
PR3, could you give us a command override?
Of course.
Can you actually like plug in and do that?
I mean, he
I
rolled a
just want to
big
look better
crit.
than that droid, so
He rolled a big boy crit.
Yeah, go for it.
that's true.
Yeah, you totally can.
Nice.
There's a panel that you can hack into and open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Then we do it.
Okay. Yeah, PR3, you go into the panel and begin to open it and sort of hack your way through. And the droid turns to Dio and Oda and is like,
Is this one of your droids too, Master?
He's his own droid.
I am also a droid, apparently.
Who is their own droid?
No more questions.
he
Also,
turns to PR3 and he's like,
Hello, your own droid.
I turned to Oda, and I'm like, I mean, I could try again. I could try again.
No, please don't.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying, if you want me to try again, I will.
I appreciate that, but no.
Let her
Alright.
try again.
Are you sure you don't want me to try again?
Sure.
I'll try again. I try again.
This is a fascinating conversation.
I try again.
all right, I'm going to use a dark side point.
Oh. I still try again.
Hold on, give me a sec to do terrible things here.
Why
Give
are
me
you,
a sec to do terrible things here.
what are you doing?
You can just order it never to talk again.
All right, yeah. Go to town. Oh my goodness.
Never mind.
Yeah, you stab him right in the chest. And he looks at you and he's like,
Master.
Is there no way we can salvage, like something that's a part of him that PR3 could utilize later? If not, I just destroy him and I don't.
yeah, I'm not sure if you remember how battle droids look like. Stabbing him in the chest, his chest is 90% of what he is. So you've literally just destroyed this
That's
battle
why
droid.
I stabbed him there, actually. So then I'm like, fuck this.
He's like,
Okay.
Oh, no.
I put my hand on Oda's back and I'm like, you told me to try again. Let's keep going. And I
was
like
my
try to
only
like shove her
droid.
forward.
I am incapable
wanted
of
to keep
complimentary
that.
language, but if I was, I would say that you are less than sufficient. But the positive version of that.
You would say good job. You should practice that later. You know, good job.
he's laying on the floor just speaking in gibberish. But
Can
very
you-
slowly and creepily, like.
Can you at least finish Dio? That was my
Can
only
I
droid and now
try
he's
to
suffering.
brawl him like his head piece off and just
Right.
disconnect it?
Yeah, you can just yank it off. It literally is just attached by
That's
one
all I
piece
do.
of-
I try to
Now
yank it
let
off that
suffer.
way.
It should know that it's horrible.
Yeah, you pop it right off, and it goes and powers down.
There you go. He's a droid. They are, you know, not people, not sentience, but he no longer processes AI wise fake pain. So we should be safe now to go, Oda, if you want. It's up to
It
you.
was a good droid.
You should
No,
give her the head
he-
as a gift.
He was a great,
Terrible.
great droid. I'm sure he was great. I don't. Can we
I'll
just?
miss him.
You're gonna miss us more. Let's go.
I follow her, sadly.
Yeah, the door pops open, and inside you see countless boxes. All of them with Confederate. What are these guys called? Their real name is the Confederacy Independent Confederate States or so systems. The Confederacy of Independent Systems. Oof. You see CIS everywhere. The CIS army is
The
everywhere.
NCIS. Oh shit.
You see the CIS army everywhere. And no, you see all these boxes that say CIS on it. And we cut back to ULAGO up above, and he is just what? You're rummaging through all these weapons? What are you looking
I'm gonna let you tell me what I get, but I'm just gonna grab a bunch of shit and put it in a gun
Sure.
bag.
All
And
right,
then
yeah.
leave. Like a reasonable carry weight, not too much.
I
Just
wanna,
some good things he thought might be useful to the group.
I
and
want to
then
ask
he heads
also
back.
as like the tank, as someone with a vibro sword. Can I get a shield by any means, or
You can get riot shields and things like that. Sure. Yeah. They
I
exist.
think
Let's do it. Let's do it.
more.
I'll comlink. I think
Okay.
I found the jackpot up here. Armory. Any requests?
Oh shit! Can you find any shields?
I don't think droids use shields, but I'll have a look.
No, oh my god, I can use a shield.
I know you can. It's a droid armory.
Just give me a fucking shield.
I'll
And
look.
Maybe give this piece of shit a shield
Oh,
too.
fuck.
And I'm
Pitch black in
talking
here
about
anyway.
You find two things worth taking with you.
Okay.
The first one is a thermal detonator that appears
Ooh.
to be usable and salvageable.
Okay.
And the other thing you find, because you're looking for a shield, is you find a personal forward shield deflector device. So it isn't like one of the
ones you throw
droidicas
out?
where it would yeah, it would literally just be like pew, like in front. You kind of like
Yeah.
a Reinhardt-y kind of thing.
Like portable cover kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, after looking around for a bit, he's like, "This is the closest to a shield I can get," and he just grabs it.
Yeah, the thing you notice about the shield is that whoever uses it, if they use it, they cannot like move. It isn't one. It like establishes a link to the ground. So you aren't like
yeah.
I'm dodging and rolling. If you put it down, you put it down.
You're in cover.
Yes,
Yeah, cool.
and it is one of those things where it deflects blaster fire. It will not deflect slugs or physical things. So people can walk through it. Like a rock can be thrown through it. A grenade can be thrown through it, but blaster fire will be deflected.
Cool. All right, yeah. Just grabs it and puts it in a sling and starts
Sure.
making his way back the way he came.
Absolutely. Yeah, you head back down the shaft and begin to float down. DAEYO, PR3, Oda, you're in a room full of boxes. Metal and otherwise. What do you do?
I turn around to PR3 immediately and I go, "Are there any boxes like the box that we found earlier? Just let me know now, please. Any jewels or whatever the fuck, glowy red shit. Do you
Not
see
that I
any?
can detect.
Have you even tried?
Yes, I looked with my face.
Your face. You don't have a face. You're a droid. Anyway, cool. Can I do a perception check of like, are there any items in these boxes?
Absolutely, you can. I'm going to use a dark side.
Okay. Let me know when to roll.
Go for it. Yeah, you determine F me, whatever. You determine that many of these boxes are unlocked. You can just straight up open boxes. The droids clearly had no reason to lock things. They're all droids.
My question would be though, are any of these dangerous? Like, are any of these like things we shouldn't be just going in?
These are straight up just crates. You cannot determine what's in them until you open them.
Okay, well I'm gonna start opening them until one of them explodes in my face.
Open
I
them,
guess.
coward.
I'm gonna open
I-
them,
Yeah.
okay?
Can I
Yeah,
roll skullduggery to see if I can just identify quickly what are boxes that would hold valuable things?
Sure, of course. Let me get rid of this upgrade with the dark side.
Oops. Sorry.
It doesn't matter. You got it. I'll give it to you. It's more impressive that way anyway. Yeah. You can determine that probably the metal crates are ones that contain things that are either heavier or needed to be secured more than the crates that are made out of plastoid, which are, you know, whatever.
DAEYO, we want those.
I listen.
And I start opening those boxes with her.
I listen No, she doesn't open them. When she goes to, no matter what box she goes to, I push her away and I open them for her.
Sure. After many, many, many boxes, you realize two things. One, they are not booby trapped, and two, you haven't found anything inside of them. They're just empty boxes.
Are all of them gonna be empty? Are you sure the other boxes aren't better to open?
These boxes are not empty. This is cutting edge cloaked equipment.
Okay, well uncloak them, please.
I was joking.
Oh my
You're
God,
doing
I
so well at developing a sense of humor, PR3.
I
I
hate
know.
droids.
Make it stop.
I hate droids. I hate
That
them.
flamethrower really did a number on him, dude.
You guys
He's
want
been a fucking wise guy ever since.
You want a witty droid, and this is what happens. We don't know what's real and what's not.
Well, having checked the cargo hold and found nothing of interest, I think we should go to the main engine room, try to extract as many parts of the hyperdrive as we can, and take them to our ship.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's like any box or crate or something that stands out in this?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, let me know when.
Go for it.
Woo!
Yeah, tell me how you triumph. What is the triumph?
There is one crate out of the hundreds of crates of
So much
plastoid and metal and everything, but there's one crate. It's like that shiny crate when you defeated an enemy and it glows
Yeah, of
blue.
course.
And you're like, that crate right there has something in it.
Okay, yeah. You go to the crate and you open it, and inside are several data pads.
I immediately start taking them all out and shuffling them to PR3.
Yeah, as you hand one to PR3, be it his droid physiology or whatever, the electromagnetism in his body, the actual pad turns on and it starts loading information. And PR3, what you see is, as it quickly flashes before your eyes, it is all the technical readouts, all of the information you would possibly need about this ship.
Do you know what this is?
That's why I handed it to you. Do you know
It's
what
the
this is?
datapad 7, which is exactly like the datapad 6, but it has a slightly better resolution on the screen.
Oh, is that new? It just came out, right?
No, it came out 50 years ago.
Okay.
We're on the datapad 20XX5 now.
I thought it was the XX1.
Well, only if you get the one that's bigger than the other one, but then you can't fit it in your pocket.
I'm gonna defer
I'm
to you
going to
next
go
time
give
I need advice.
information to
Okay.
you now that's actually useful.
Thank you. What's on that?
So it's just all readouts of this ship, and
You literally have access to all the information about the ship.
I have access to everything. What do we need now?
What's on the ship? Like, what is on the ship? Is there anything useful for us?
I'll make a list. What is
Non-droid?
on this ship? Us. Boxes.
Can you just help us find the way to the engine room so we could take the things from the hyperdrive, and then also search for the manifest of what this ship was carrying, if there's any very valuable cargo?
Complying.
Sure. What are you going to look up? What's your vibe? What are you trying to give them?
do I know the part that we need? / parts S. I don't know.
You don't know what parts you need. DAEYO might be able to tell you what parts you need.
Yeah, that's what I asked.
I'll roll
What parts
mechanics.
do we need?
Want me to roll mechanics?
Go for it.
Wouldn't she already know?
Would I? No.
We came on the ship not knowing the part we need?
Triumph again.
Oh my good lord. Hell, the part you were
I
just right there
trained
in the
and
box with the
possessed
data
and
pads.
triumphed again.
With Rob and Jesse
This
blind
is,
to
this
this
is,
episode,
this is
dude.
some booty.
I
What you do know is that while you don't know exactly what it's called, you do know the part that you would need. You've seen the part before. You know what part is damaged. You definitely know that if you went to the engine room and you saw it, you would be able to point out that's what we need. So unlike
Okay.
before when you were like, I don't know what we need, now you're like, oh, well, if I saw it, I would know.
You bring me to the engine room. I know what part we're gonna need, but you gotta bring me to the engine room.
Were
I
you
have
just
to
British
see
for
it.
a
I
second?
don't know what it's called,
Okay.
and that's it.
Okay.
Complying.
Hey, you're getting pretty good at that enunciation shit.
Complying.
Thank you. That's better. That was way better.
Okay. Anything else you want to get off this data pad while you're here? Or are you just going directly there?
Could
If
you
I
also
get, oh, go ahead.
could you
Sorry.
also see if there's any records of this planet and what occurred here?
Yes, complying.
What you discover is that Antar 4 is the fourth moon of Antar, and it is the main hub of the GOTAL people. The GOTAL joined the Confederacy, the Separatists, after the Battle of Geonosis when they saw the actual Republic get their butts kicked and were like, oh, they joined, they fought alongside, and continued to fight with the Separatists and the Confederacy after the war had ended and the Council of Separatist leaders was killed by, and you know this because it says in the datapad, someone named Darth Vader killed the Council. You also know that they continued to fight for some time until they were pacified, and during a battle with Republic warships, this ship was shut down during the active pacification of Antar. And they have no further knowledge afterwards because the ship ceased functioning.
Mm-hmm.
Does that give me any insight into my vision, Jesse?
It you know for a fact that droids don't scream. And so there wouldn't be like millions of screaming droids.
I mean, I heard R2D2 scream in that one instance where he was getting
That's
shot at.
R2D2. Yeah. Yeah. But it wasn't that. There wasn't like a in your head you didn't hear like wow, you didn't hear like a bunch of that. It's like actual like like terrible screaming.
Okay.
Also, are there any security systems or anything that we have to watch out for?
Everything is disabled on the ship currently.
Hmm.
There are 15,000 not Imperial, Separatist battle droids of all sorts of varieties aboard this ship. There are 12 landing craft that are not functioning. However, 7 are currently missing. And you
Mhm.
note that all of the hangar deck crew and all of the hangar deck ships are no longer present aboard this vehicle, this vessel.
All right. So yeah, they got out of there.
And the command staff is not linked. There is no link to the command staff at all.
Cool. Then we're good.
Continuing on, you're gonna continue down the path.
This way to
Can
the
I-
engine room.
Can I keep one of the iPads?
Yeah, of course. You cannot power it on by yourself. You would need to charge it somewhere.
I would
But-
keep it nonetheless.
Yeah. Sure, of
Okay.
course. Absolutely. Mark it down on your character sheet. You can have it, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so the group of you continue on. Sam, Ulago, you come down from the turbolift, and you're back in that long hallway with the 2 knocked out droids holding open the doors. Do you continue back to the hangar, or would you like to continue looking around through the hallway?
I'm assuming that they were going to come from the leftmost route, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So I'm just going to head in that direction and see if I bump into them.
Yeah. You'd have to go back into the hangar and then up
Yeah.
to the top. Okay, yeah. So you do that, and as you open the door, the top left door, there's a hiss, and the air sucked out of the room right there, this sort of antechamber that connects. And as the door closes behind you, you feel the air in front of you slowly filter back in, but not new, fresh air, just sort of the old, stale air. But you can feel the gusts of the breeze rush by you as the door behind you seals and the door in front of you opens, revealing more oxygen and breathable air.
Okay. Cool. I think at this he would remove the helmet he had on.
As you remove the helmet and it comes off your head, in the brief second that it's, the visor bit is off, the door in front of you opens, and standing there is DAEYO, PR3, and Oda.
You're not dead. Congratulations.
You gotta work on that word.
Congratulations.
That was a
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
ULAGO throws the sling at DAEYO with the stuff in it.
Cool.
Like
DAEYO,
that.
you have a thermal detonator, and you have a Droidica battle shield.
It's the closest thing I could find to a shield.
Pretty fancy.
All the guns up there were trash.
I appreciate it. It'll help me not get killed, hopefully.
So I've obviously been incredibly productive, but what have you guys done?
We found a droid and
And
I
DAEYO
look
killed
back
it.
at
It was
Oda
mine,
and
that
I
was its
go,
master, and DAEYO killed it.
You found
I
a
didn't
droid and then
kill
you
it.
killed it.
Nope, I didn't kill it. Have you ever heard a droid that goes Roger, Roger over and over and over and over and over and over and over?
You're asking the wrong person this question, let me tell you right now.
Okay, well, I'm asking maybe the right person, and I killed it, but we found, and I pull out the pad I have, and I hand it to him, and I go, we found this.
We were just on our way to the engine room to see if we could take any parts of the hyperdrive.
Don't let
If
me
I-
stop you, lead the way.
I take the pad back, hopefully, if he lets me, and then I go,
he
if I
snatches
can-
it away before you can take it back. And he's like, I'm reading this.
you don't
There's
give it
actually
back-
ULAGO. There's nothing on the pad. It is
He looks
empty.
at it. He throws it over his shoulder. It's broken.
Can I make a check to like try to catch it?
I would love your athletics check to try and catch it. Yes, I would love for that to happen.
You make me fucking pass out because I'm trying to catch an iPad.
Well,
swear
you
to God.
rolled astrogation, not athletics. So
Oh.
you were like, if I can just determine the space vectors.
Oh, that
With
works.
the reduced gravity, it will definitely
Yeah,
land over
honestly
here.
Appearing.
He throws it behind him, and you manage to like quick dash over to grab it before it hits the ground.
I
And,
don't think I even quick dash. I just like reach up, I grab it.
You're
I
just
hold
so
it back
tall, you just
down.
go. Yeah, okay.
I honestly think our characters are about the same. Like I'm a couple inches like shorter than him. I'm not much shorter.
I'll bring you something useful, and you're carrying around a piece of junk.
Listen, just because you can't use it doesn't mean it's a piece of junk, okay?
No, that's exactly what it means. That's literally the definition of junk. Is something you can't use. Now,
Something you can't use doesn't mean something that he can't use. And I point to Pierre. However, that doesn't matter. Moving on.
Engine room, lead the way.
Sure.
And I lead the way.
Yeah, PR3 on your diagnostics and on your map, you realize that the hangar completely devoid of oxygen and atmosphere. However, there are other ways to go. So, because of all your amazing rolls, there are other ways to go. I'm furious I didn't force you all to like have to do one of those boat things where like, send people over to it. It would have been great. Anyway, you find another way to go, and you manage to go to a lower deck and under where the actual hangar bay is, and across the ship towards the back where the
You
engine
said
room-
underwear.
I was gonna say the underwear bay.
You went to the underwear bay, and there was a lot of droid underwear down there. None of it fits you, unfortunately. But you managed to, after some time, find yourself in the engine room of this ship. And you see before you a giant hyperdrive array. You see all of the fuel canisters powering the many, many engines this ship has. and you see all the different battery cells of varying degrees around you as you enter this big chamber. And in the center is this tube that sort of goes from the top where you can barely see up to the bottom, where you can barely make out the bottom of it. And in the middle, there's a catwalk that goes out to it and goes around the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll skullduggery to see if I know how to like salvage parts from the hyperdrive?
Of course you can.
Ooh.
Yeah, it takes some strain because it's a lot, but you know that if you can get the hyperdrive, if you can open it up and figure out where those parts are, you know how to pull stuff out of there for sure without damaging things.
And I would be helping her, right?
Well, you would need to determine what part you need. You're the one looking for the part.
I thought I already like did really well.
No,
on
you know what part you would need if you saw it. You actually need to do the searching.
Okay, what role is that?
So-
Mechanics again?
This would be perception for you.
So if Dio can
How is
identify
that
the
not
right part.
mechanics? I would be looking for a mechanical thing.
Mechanics is
You-
the action.
You have to find it with perception, then make a mechanical check to use it.
Okay, I'm gonna perceive it.
What were you gonna say, Anna? What was your?
So
what were you gonna
if
try and
Dio can find it, I can extract it, is what you mean, but I can't find it.
do? You can't find it. You don't know what you're
Okay.
looking for. If Dio can
Right.
find it, you can pull it out. Yes.
Right.
That's what she said.
A lot of that. If Dio can, I'm worried. I'm worried.
I
for
mean,
all
who
of you.
knows, man?
If Dio can find it, she can pull it out. There's a lot going on in that statement. Anyway, if you can find this, give me a roll.
Nope.
No, it strains you to find it. You know what you're looking for, but you can't figure out what's going on here. You don't know what is up. This is a big chamber.
Don't I literally
know
have like
where
a
to start
diagnostic thing of everything in this room?
Well, how crazy that you have one of those. Yes,
Ah,
pull up the diagnostics, figure out what's going on, get the plans.
okay.
Give me a
Oh
roll.
wow, get it after.
I assume it's a computer roll then.
Yes.
I'm so glad I put points in there. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
you tap away with your little dark metal droid hands, and you get access to the schematics for the engine room, and you see where the hyperdrive foils would be that you need in order to get access to hyperdrive parts.
Okay. And then I don't tell any of them out of spite. No, I tell them.
Yeah, Dio, he points you in the direction of where you need to be looking. Give me another perception check.
Another perception.
Yeah, but it's reduced.
What am I, a
difficulty.
dickhead? I'm just like,
Vaguely over and somewhere.
Well, no,
around
you
that
know,
area.
where it is. You know where you're looking. I lowered the difficulty. You now need to find the specific part.
Literally, PR3 just going colder, warmer, warmer, colder.
I've made a dark outline of the part we need. Can you match it to the It's a Game?
Perfect. Dio, you find this part. You find it inside the hyperdrive engine. It is exactly what you're looking for. It fits the schematics. It needs some welding onto your actual ship, but this is one of the things you need in order to make sure your ship does not just explode on hyperspace entry.
I
I
pull it
point
for
to
her.
it.
Okay, give me that check, Oda.
I thought that the skullduggery check I did was that.
It means you can pull it. You need to do mechanics to actually do it.
Can I do mechanics to assist her?
Absolutely, you can.
Because I
You
would.
can, Oda. You can tell her how to do it.
Oh, okay.
How does that work? I do it first and then she does it?
No, she already rolled her skullduggery. She knows how to get it out. She just needs to tell you now how to do it.
Okay.
Oh,
just
Dio.
wiggle it.
Oh, Dio. As you begin to fiddle with it,
No, use a force point. Damn.
as you begin to fiddle with it, you hear noises on the ship. You
I
hear
stop.
like right? You hear as you move it, you hear power fluctuations throughout the ship.
People would start to see Dio like sweating really badly. She doesn't look comfortable. She's like obviously stressed out, and she'd step away and go, I don't think I'm of the right mind to do this right now. Someone is gonna have to take over. I can't
Can
do
I
this.
use a
like,
force point to try to do it myself?
Absolutely. Also, because I got rules lawyered by chat, I'm gonna give you one quick roll, really quick. Hold on. Damn. Shit. All right. So yeah, I forgot to give you your bonus die. So there's your bonus die. I'm gonna let you have this. So as you're fiddling with it, you hear the power, but you manage, because life is that way for me. You manage to pull it out. You unhook the piece, and you now are holding it in your hands.
If you
Nice.
drop
Well
that on the
done.
ground, we all die. No pressure.
lots of pressure, and I like push the sweat off my forehead.
Sure. Yeah. DAEYO, you have the part you need in your hand.
I immediately walk away. Like, I think I need a rest, and I would give it to ULAGO. Like, I would give the part to ULAGO. Like, I'm not feeling so good, man. Just really fucking tired.
Sure. As you hand it off, you begin again to hear some sort of noise, like a weird power fluctuation is happening. You look back behind you, DAEYO, and in your haze of strain, you see that there's sort of an arc of electricity moving between where that piece was and the two parts that were connected to it. And the ship around you is sort of, something's happening to the ship around you.
I look back to the others and go, "This is where we run."
Hmm.
And DAEYO starts running.
Yeah. Do you follow her in a run?
Do I know what's going on with my infinite wisdom?
You recognize that things are powering on and powering off. There's a power fluctuation based on how DAEYO removed the piece. Power's fluctuating on this ship, but in an uncontrolled fashion.
Oh.
PR3, it's time to go.
All right.
Also, can I give Dio my advantage so she can shave a point off of her tiredness? Strain?
No.
Okay.
You cannot do that.
You can only give a bonus die to like any feature rolls.
Just
Yep.
checking.
So the group of you run as fast as your legs can carry you back through the way that PR3 led you, and around you, the lights are flickering on and off. The droids are slowly like kind of looking up and then looking down. And then you see doors opening, closing. It is kind of chaos on this ship as you're leaving. Whatever you've done has activated the ship in some way, but there's nothing there to control any of the activation. So it's just starting up, and then like if you have a computer with a dead fan and you turn it on and it turns on for like 2 seconds, then immediately shuts off. That's what's happening on this ship. You pulled out a component that is needed, but like without it, it can start up, but then never actually starts. So everything's starting up around you and then immediately shutting down over and over and over again as you run through this ship. What you notice is that you can hear ULAGO, that the hangar, that sound you recognize of the air being sucked out of rooms, you can hear it, and it sounds like it's getting closer to you.
Okay, ULAGO just pulls the helmet back on.
Yeah, you can roll to determine what's happening if you want, ULAGO, to get a perception.
Let's roll some perception. I'm gonna use the a light side.
Okay. Let me
Yeah,
upgrade.
that's how they just roll that too.
You can give advantage to someone else to figure out what's happening, but you know something's happening. You recognize something's happening. You pull it down over your face.
Yeah, I think he recognized something's happening, and ULAGO's been moving at the same speed as PR3 because obviously he's a bit slower than us. And he kind of just whips around and goes, "PR3, what's happening?"
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna give you
PR3,
advantage.
computers check for me if you will.
Computers, still got my computer.
Hold on, actually, don't do it yet.
Oh, but the
Try it again. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah, even better. You recognize that the doors of the hangar are opening and closing, and all the doors are doing the exact same thing. And what's happening is the air is slowly being sucked out into the vacuum of the hangar every time they open and close. And so as you're running through, there's less and less and less and less air as you proceed to move back towards your ship.
It seems like the ship is decompressing. Not explosively, though.
All right. Well, it's okay for you, but we better. Oda, Dayo, you might want to double time to the airlock.
How
I
far
go.
away are we?
You are on the other side of the hangar right now. So you're going like under the hangar, so you're not going through it, but you are on the other side coming back, and the hangar above you is opening, and so all the doors are opening. So very slowly, as it opens and closes, oxygen is being sucked out into space.
Is there
So
a way
you
I
are-
can do a mechanics check, just like in the recent films where they jerry-rig some stuff to slow certain things down? Is there a way I can do a mechanics check to like slow that down at all?
You can certainly try. I will let you do a mechanics check. Yes.
With a light side point.
And then I'll
on my
reveal
side?
what that one is. Yes, you can definitely, by all means, light side. I'll give you a light side point. Go nuts.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
try now. I pressed it. Oh.
Yes.
my
What's your
God.
strain at?
I passed out!
God damn it.
Yeah. Crazy.
I passed out!
You begin to try and fiddle with this, and Dio's like, everything feels heavy, and you feel lightheaded, and as you're messing with it, you just straight up pass out.
I think it's one of those, like, I'm pressing buttons, like, I know what to do, exactly what to do, and I'm like, this is way too fucking much. Like, why am I doing so much right now? And the last button.
Yeah,
Well-
you fall to the ground, passed out. PR3, you recognize on your data pad, based on mathematical equations, you have roughly 1 minute before the oxygen in here becomes so low that everyone else will pass out as well.
Well, she's dead. But don't
What?
worry, we have limited oxygen left, about 1 minute.
I'm clearly breathing, hopefully.
You're breathing, you're just out. You're like, it's like shallow breaths.
I got 2 successes. I'm clearly breathing to anyone that breathes.
Yeah, Ulago turns to PR3 and he goes, "I'll get her," and he just runs ahead to catch up to Oda.
Oda's
Okay,
like trying to drag Oda out. Come on.
Oda, just leave her. I'll get her. Go on, hurry up.
She runs.
Yeah. Oda, you are by yourself now for the first time in a while. You're running ahead of everyone. PR3 is slow. Ulago is going back to get Daeyo. You find yourself by yourself alone in these long hallways. What do you do?
Wait for everyone else to catch up
Damn.
because she doesn't
Damn.
want to leave them
Damn, she
alone.
could have done some
Such a good
Jedi
friend.
shit, and she waited.
Do it!
Good
Do the
friend.
Jedi!
Well, what kind of Jedi stuff
Do
could I
the
do? You
Jedi,
told me I can't really
revive
do anything.
me.
I would have
I
let
would-
you roll your force point to see if you can do one of those Jedi sprints. Where you're like, you zip across. I would let you roll for that.
Or like one of those like 20-foot Jedi leaps.
Yeah, I would let you do that. Seems like something any Jedi could pull off.
Or
That's
just
not like
cut
a feat.
through the door because you can.
Yeah, you
You know
could
what I
have
mean?
cut through the. You're absolutely right. You could seal a door shut with the blade. You could
Would that
use your
help
lightsaber
anything?
and. Yeah, you could stop the oxygen from being sucked out into the.
Okay, yeah, I want to do that.
Okay, do you
I
want
want
to
to
do it
use
up
my
ahead? or-
lightsaber furtively to seal the door shut.
Which,
Careful which door because you don't want to seal us in.
yeah, what is describe to me what you're attempting to do.
Well, you're telling me I have access to whatever thing is leaking oxygen.
You have
Right?
access to a door that can you can basically stop the oxygen from leaking in the hallway system.
And I know that will not stop us from getting back where we need to go.
Absolutely. You're not that dumb. You're not going to block yourself off.
So the door is like, you said it's like opening and shutting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm saying
yeah,
you
she's
could
she's, like,
melt
running.
it together.
she's running and then she sees this and she kind of like looks behind her to see how far behind they are and then
Yeah.
tries to seal it shut.
Your lightsaber cuts through this metal and it sort of bubbles with this red glow. And as the doors slam together on your lightsaber, they begin to melt together and they try their hardest to open, but they can't reopen as you sort of melt the doors together.
And then she
pull
just looks behind her again, blows on it, to try to cool it down, and then runs.
Yeah. The oxygen suddenly stops leaking out of this hallway, and you see PR3 that the data pad you have somehow went from less than 1 minute, like 45 seconds, to now it says that oxygen's fine.
It seems we're out of danger for now.
Well,
Wonder how that happened.
we'll let DAEYO sweat a little bit.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Either way, she's down. She's just down. There's nothing you can do.
She's taking a nap, like.
No, ULAGO
Had a
fully
tough
intends
day.
to make out like he saved your life from certain doom.
And yet she's still like.
She's drooling on his shoulder a little bit.
She's not dead then.
No,
The group
she's
of
not.
you carry DAEYO back to the ship.
Yep.
Her definitely not dead self snoring as you take her back. And yeah, maybe it's because she didn't rest at all. Maybe because she just sat in a captain's chair. Who knows? But she wore herself out. She's all tuckered out, and you managed to cross back over onto your ship, leaving this malfunctioning but very active droid ship through the hatch. And now you're connected to the ship still, but you're in your ship.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're all in?
Yeah, you're all inside your own
Cool.
ship.
Yeah. I rush over to the pilot seat and disconnect the airlock.
Cool. Yeah.
Can I do anything to help DAEYO with recovery? Can I
Not
use
at the moment.
medicine?
Lessen
If
her
it was
snoring,
physical,
maybe.
if it was like a physical hurt, but she's just passed out.
She's got to
Her
sleep
own-
it off.
Yeah, she's knocked out.
All right, I
Um,
help her get to a bunk.
Yeah, you set her down in the bunk, and DAEYO, you're sort of just talking to yourself. What do you?
No, I promise. No, I know I need to be there. I know. Fuck. I know. I gotta do
It's
this thing I
okay.
said I would do. I
You're
promise.
here, it's
No,
okay.
it's my job. I have to be there. The guild needs. And then that's where it's like it becomes gibberish.
The
Cool.
guild.
You pass out, and ULAGO, you go to disconnect the attachment to the ship, the hatch.
Mhm. Yeah.
And while your end freely detaches, its end is sort of extending, trying to reach for something still. Like it's trying to grab onto something out into space, but there's nothing there.
That's creepy.
And yeah, the ship is reaching out to you as you begin to pull away from it. And as the ship moves away, as we see the camera move away, the droid ship in front of you is just like lights are blinking, and you can see the hangar bay sort of shooting out like the compressed gas from the ship. And you can see that there are droid figures in windows that stand and then fall and stand and then fall. And the ship continues to be active and does not stop for any foreseeable time. It continues to just move.
Well, we cut
The
that
engine-
fine.
Yeah. So what do you do now?
I'm
What's your
gonna go down and try and land us on the planet so we can fit these repairs.
Sure. You take the ship and you begin to move down towards the planet. And as you do, you see this beautiful blue orb in front of you, this bluish green orb, and it looks like any peaceful world you could possibly imagine. Incredibly beautiful, incredibly vibrant. It feels like a place anyone could call home. But in the back, with DAEYO, Oda begins to feel a sense of foreboding dread as the group of you descend out of space towards the planet. And that is where we will end for today.
Nice, dude. We
Foreboding dread.
just got a ton
Foreboding
more free
dread.
shit because of our crits.
I'm not okay with
When will it end? That's why I
I
said that's why I let you decide what we got, because I was like, it's too much at this point to just be like, I take this and
Here's
this.
the thing. It's all a part of the plan. because there's a moment where it's gonna be unfair for you. If you can just get there, God, I'll just be so happy. But it's, we'll have to see what happens. But that is it for us today. Let's go around the screen and find out what everyone's up to. Strippin', what's going on, dude?
Not a lot, dude. Chilling. Last Oasis came out today, so gonna be playing a bit of that this week. Tomorrow I'm playing Minecraft Dungeons with JP, which is like the new ARPG stuff thing. So we're gonna be trying that out. And yeah. Just gaming on, dude. It's me. Just
Game on.
Game on, baby.
Anna, what's happening with you this week?
I am going to stream something calming sometime this weekend, either Animal Crossing or a puzzle or just chilling. But then next scheduled stream is Monday night with Sea of Thieves and lots of role playing throughout the week next week. So if you want to, you can find me at twitch.tv/AnnaProsser. And this one at Poe and No Nos. Not on Twitch though.
What a cutie. What a cutie pie. Bike Man, what are you doing this week?
Oh, probably Last Oasis as well. And I'm really, really excited because Mountain Blade Bannerlord comes out like next week. Finally.
Pocket, what are you up to this week?
Everything. I'm up to everything. Everything that they said, I'm up to the opposite of whatever
Wait,
they didn't say.
What?
What? Wait, what?
I don't know. My name's Pocket, and I play everything that everybody else doesn't play. Thank you very much. That's it. I don't know. What am I up to? Animal Crossing, Doom Eternal.
You just say you play everything that everything else doesn't play, but everyone and their pet dog is playing Animal Crossing.
No, but I'm a week behind, so it's okay.
I see.
Leave me alone. I do whatever the
She's had a
fuck I
tough
want.
day.
I don't care.
What is happening? There's like a little British person inside of you trying to get out.
Yeah, it's popped out a couple
I
times.
don't even care.
I don't even care.
Oh no. 12 that it was so simple. Yeah, all right.
All right, guys, relax.
Fuck the British.
I forget there's a real one of you here. Yeah, hey, if you want to tune into some of the weird stuff I'm doing this entire week, the last few days, I've been streaming stuff for Res, all the different indie games that were going to be there, but I can't be there because, the world. So, one of the games I played today, just a shout out to them, was Tangle Tower. Yo, that game is great. It's like a mystery game, where you're actively trying to solve the mystery. I guess it's the second in a series of games I've never played before. But it's fantastic. The artwork is amazing. The music is great. It sounds like you're in a Danny Elfman movie. So, it's just lovely. I would definitely recommend that. And yeah, I'm playing a bunch of indie games and they're all fantastic. And if you're a big nerd, you can go over to my channel and the new DLC for Control is out. And I love that game so much. So you can go see that as well. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't have Animal Crossing. Fuck.
I don't have Animal Crossing. Fuck.
Maybe
Actually,
you
I
should pick up
would love
sticks like
Animal
me.
Crossing. My dream is to make a show where I play Animal Crossing and then invite a new person on every time to teach me because I don't know anything about Animal Crossing. And someone just give me advice, life advice. My hope is that everyone's advice is different. So I truly don't know what I'm doing.
That's called Google.
That's the conceit of that. And I want it to be, but who knows? I'd have to download the game, learn to play, record the game. It sounds like a lot of work.
The pro
Sounds like a
gamer
lot.
move is
Sounds like a
playing
streamer
Animal
job.
Crossing with an animal. That's the best way to do it.
Having the animal play it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or that one was the one where like the fish played video games on Twitch.
Yep.
Remember that one?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Fish play
was
Animal
great.
Crossing. Think about it. Think about it. Sam plays Animal Crossing. Think about it.
He's a fish.
Yeah.
I believe it.
What is this weird look in your? What are you doing?
He's trying to
All right,
play us the
That's
sound.
it for us. Thank you so much. Oh my god. We will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.
Where's the payoff? Bring the strippers and booze. We do occasionally talk about video games. Bring the strippers and booze. Not enough time for video games. Bring the strippers and booze.
Oh, thank God, I don't need pants now.
Hey, JC, what are you doing? Not much. Making a fortune.
Yeah, now sing music.
Bring the strippers and booze.
Oh,
I'm here to ask and answer one simple question. Who